on the Rogue Streaming Network. This is Medford Rogues Baseball.
Full swing and a miss, the throw over to second base, and the tag is going to be in time. It's a double play. Strike him out, throw him out. That's hit well. Deep shot, deep right field. That ball is a definite no-doubter.
Rogues Baseball is on the air.
Base running wins games, in my opinion. My philosophy is to create chaos on the base paths.
Rogue Valley, are you ready? Let's send it out to the ballpark. Here is the voice of your Rogues, Bryan Welch. It is a Thursday at the ballpark series finale between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Hi everybody, my name is Bryan Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in, and welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Medford 7-1 in this 2026 campaign on a 7-game win streak. And how about this yesterday, opening up the series of the 2-game set with a 9-2 victory against the CCL Showcase. And how about Larsen Koester, a home run away from the cycle? You'll hear a little bit about that from last night when he joins us for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show for the Rogues Player Spotlight. But the Rogues finding ways to capitalize offensively. The Rogues got a run across that home half of inning number 1, courtesy of Larsen Koester with that RBI single in the home half of inning number 1, and the Rogues did not tack on any more runs until the home half of inning number 5, where Larsen Koester had a triple to lead off that home 5th, and that was 2 runs came across in the home half of inning number 5. CCL made it interesting in the top half of inning number 7 when they tacked on 2 runs. But how about this? Rogues sending 10 batters to the dish in the home half of inning number 7, plating 4 runs, and the Rogues tacking on 2 more runs in the home half of inning number 8 to get some insurance. And the Rogues look for the sweep on this Thursday evening. And how about the pitching staff for the Rogues last night? Evan Roden went 4 innings on the hill, only giving up 1 strikeout and 1 walk. Will Salahar was out of the pen. Wyatt Green had a trio of strikeouts. Dan Neugebauer struggled a little bit, got 2/3 of an inning. Hayden Kendrick and Des Rouse got the job done to finish out the Wednesday evening at the ballpark. But more importantly, this Rogue squad playing some good baseball in the 3rd week of this regular season. It is the series finale between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Take a look at the opposition. It is the CCL Showcase. They're 2-2 in this 2026 campaign, and they only had 3 base runners on in 4 innings. And talking of head coach Ben Kruger before their batting practice, he was talking about he liked how they got runners on, but capitalizing, getting runners across, that is one thing that the CCL Showcase will try to work on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Beautiful temperatures and beautiful weather out here in the Rogue Valley inside the friendly confines of Harry and David Field. Glacier blue skies overhead, not a cloud in sight. Temperatures in the 80s. Just a picture-perfect Chamber of Commerce evening in the Rogue Valley. Medford and the CCL Showcase meeting for the final time in 2026, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see what the Rogues can do this evening against the CCL Showcase. Take a look at the starting pitchers for tonight's game. First, for the CCL Showcase, it is Cole Crossley out of Santa Rosa Junior College. He works with a 3-pitch mix, a fastball, slider, and the changeup. And it is on the hill for the Rogues, countering. How about this? Dylan Finelli gets his 3rd start of 2026. 10 innings on the hill, has given up 6 hits, 4 runs, has struck out 7 opposing batters and given up 5 walks. But more importantly, 1 win, 1 loss, and an earned run average of 3.60. So it's Crossley for the CCL Showcase and Finelli for the Rogues. I know Dylan's family is listening back home in the Golden State of California, and as well as his girlfriend Carly listening on the Rogue Streaming Network this evening. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by our good friends by Kramer Cabinets. 3 other games going on this evening in the Pacific Empire League. West Coast Kings taking on the South Placer Stonecutters. That was at 11:30 a.m. first pitch. We do not have a score for that yet. A couple of games going on about they'll be had their first pitch as well. Lincoln taking on the Placer County Stone Peloteros, and Healdsburg taking on the Lone Wolves, Chico Lone Wolves, They'll be getting underway from Recreation Park in a matter of moments. Once again, welcome to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. I was able to sit down with Larsen Koester just before first pitch, talk about him having almost a home run away from the cycle last night, and also his upbringing in the sunflower state of Kansas, and talking about his Jayhawks baseball squad that almost made it all the way to Omaha. Jayhawks struggling in the Super Regional. You'll hear from him about that, also about being able to be in the Rogue Valley for the first time in his playing career. Plus, we go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmstead, a 6:35 first pitch between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Those two conversations are coming up right after this. It's the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues on a picture-perfect Thursday evening. Keep it locked in on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue CN Medford Airport at roguegreenscn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Welcome back to the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's time to get rowdy. This is our Rogues Player Spotlight, and our guest today is Larsen Koester. Larsen, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me on, Brian.
It's always a pleasure, my friend. You were a home run away from the cycle last night. Describe to me what was that feeling like last night at the dish?
Well, it's pretty rare for me to get that far into the chase for the cycle. Before I came out here, I was telling Kev, I haven't hit a triple since my junior year of high school. And partially that's just because at our junior college, we weren't taking that extra bag. But out here, Kev loves for us to get as many bags as we can. So I guess I just pushed for the next bag. But yeah, coming up with that last at bat, trying to finish the cycle, it wasn't really in my mind to finish the cycle, but it's always back there. Everyone knows, you're one swing away from hitting that. But ultimately didn't get a pitch to hit and took my walk.
But you've grown as a player in the short time in the Rogue Valley. How did you even become a Medford Rogue?
So Kev texted me and tried to recruit me to his NAIA he was at. And I was like, well, I am committed to Eastern Illinois. So I told him I won't be able to make it there. And he said, all right, well, I coach a summer ball team out in Oregon. And I was like, all right, well, I'll get with my family. It's a 28-hour drive out here, so we better talk about this before I just tell my family, hey, I'm going to Oregon for a month in the summer. So I did. I sat down with them. I talked with them, and then they were like, yeah, go explore. Go do what you need to do while you're 20 years old, and you have no responsibilities, so go play baseball. So I told Kev, hey, I'll be out there. You got me for the month of June, so I'm out here having fun with the guys, just trying to make the best of my time.
And this is your first year in the Rogue Valley. What have you liked about Medford, Oregon so far, my friend?
It's been great weather as far as I've been out here. I brought the rain with me. My first week out here, it rained every day I was out here for the first week. But after that, it's been sunny and 75 every day and no humidity. Back Kansas, it's 85 feels like 105 out here. 75 feels like 75, so I'm not drenched sweat as soon as I step outside. So the weather's nice, the golf's nice, and obviously the baseball's amazing.
So how would you rate yourself as a golfer?
I'm a solid golfer. I'm probably at 8 handicap. I get out there and play quite often. I think on my off days combined with the 2 days I played 36 holes those 2 days. So I like to do it. It calms me down. It gives me something to take my mind off baseball, because baseball can get in your head about as fast as anything.
And another thing that you do before a game is play crosswords. Talk about that.
Every day I like to sit down on my computer and keep my brain sharp, I say. Sit down, do the crossword, just something to challenge me a little intellectually every day.
You grew up in Kansas, and we were talking about this in the first couple of weeks of the season, that the Jayhawks were in the postseason and they were in a regional and a super regional. How cool was that to follow the Jayhawks all the way out here in Oregon?
Yeah, being a Jayhawk fan, I grew up a Jayhawk fan. My grandpa played at KU. I remember going to KU games as a young kid, watching my cousin play back in the late 2000s, early 2010s. And, they were solid back then, and then they went into a lull to where, it wasn't very fun to watch KU baseball, and it just wasn't. Everyone knows the basketball's great. It's always going to be great. It's historic. But the baseball is, they had a solid program, but never actually got over the hill to where they were competing at the national level. And now that they have brought this buzz around Lawrence that everyone wants to buy into this program, and Fitzgerald's bringing all these guys in, and being a JUCO guy, their entire roster is junior college guys. So it's you see the way they play, and they're just a fun team to watch. And I think globally they bring in dudes from Canada, they just get everybody around, and it's buzzing there at Hogland.
And you're from Kansas, you're out here in the Rogue Valley. What's the one thing that excites you most about this ball club?
I think what is exciting is how much fight that dudes have. We get into games, and last night we had a close game until it was 3-0, gave up 2 in the 7th, and we come back in the bottom of the 7th and put up 4. That's those answer innings that you want from a team. And if someone punches you, the response is, are you going to punch back or are you going to lay down? And this team, we've found a way to punch back almost every single time.
And I know that you're always here at the ballpark. Even when we're done with BP, you're on your computer doing the crosswords. But if you go to the gas station, what's that one thing you're getting?
I normally will get an energy drink, a rainbow sherbet, and maybe a water. So keep it light.
I know you were talking about your family a little bit ago. You want to give a shout out to them?
Yeah, shout out to my brother and his wife in Pittsburgh, and then my mom, my dad, and my little brother in Chanute.
That's good to hear, my friend. Larsen, thank you so much for hopping on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Good luck out here, and have a great rest of the month of June.
Thank you, Brian.
That is our Rogues Player Spotlight. Larsen Koester. When we come right back after this, we go one-on-one with head coach Kevin Olmstead. Game 2 between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues coming up right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Bryan Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. We are getting closer to first pitch between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Game 2 of the set, final game of the series. It's time to go one-on-one with the coach, Kevin Olmstead. Coach, how are you? Happy Thirsty Thursday.
Oh, happy Thirsty Thursday, and boy, am I thirsty.
Coach, good win last night. You liked how the 7th inning played out with a 4-run frame. Good win last night, but you want this team to keep building.
Yeah, we won the game 9-2, which is great. There were some really awesome moments that we had, but last night was kind of an off day for us. We weren't really engaged in the dugouts. We were doing our own thing. I had to make people do their field jobs too often. Like yesterday before the game, hitters, they weren't violent. They weren't in attack mode. They were just conservative and just trying to make contact. So there's a lot of things we need to work on. We got the win, which is great, but our end goal, whatever we want to do with that, is we need to get better. And so hopefully today we turn that around.
One of those positives was Larsen Koester, one hit away from the cycle. What have you liked about his progression so far in this early season?
Yeah, Larsen's a very mature hitter. He's a mature player. He knows a lot about the game. And so balls weren't falling for him early on this summer, and that doesn't change his attitude, which is awesome. I love seeing that. And yesterday he caught some barrels and he ran into some baseballs, was a home run away from the cycle. And so I think he's leading the team in triples, right? Which is, for a big fella like that, let's go, baby.
And more importantly, the pitching staff looked pretty good out there, especially with Evan Roden, who had 4 innings on the hill. What have you liked about his style and his conviction when he was pitching last night?
I love Roden. He's a Larsen Koester, and so he competes. He learns how to compete at that high level, and he's going to give it his all every single game, and he did just that. He pounded the strike zone. I think he threw 35 pitches in 4 innings or something crazy like that. And so he just says, here you go, hit this, and if you don't hit it, or if you don't barrel it, you're going to get out.
You saw a lot of arms last night out of the bullpen for the Rogues, and more importantly, Wyatt Green got another appearance in 2026. What did you like about how he pitches, the conviction he has when he is on the hill?
Yeah, Wyatt Green's a very good competitor, man. It's he didn't throw a lot this spring, and so this is his spring season. He's ready. He's loaded. He's very composed. I love his demeanor on the mound. It's kind of an FU mentality, and that's fantastic. But he's been throwing a ton of strikes, and, he's just missing barrels.
You touched on earlier about the team a little bit having an off day yesterday. What's that message to the team tonight to be able to come out and swing hard and be able to battle it out?
Yeah, these guys have a dream, right? Everyone here has a dream of being the best versions of themselves and see what level they get to. And so they have to understand that with summer ball, it's a lot like professional baseball. They have to embrace this grind every single day, and they have to potentially learn how to act like professional baseball players. And so that's our job as coaches, to try to get that out of them every single day. And so for today, it's just going about our business the professional way. I already had a couple hard talks with some guys, and, it is what it is there. But again, we have to hold them accountable, and we owe it as coaches, we owe it to themselves, or to ourselves, to them, to be the best version of ourselves, so we're able to coach them the best that they could be.
Dylan Finelli gets the start tonight, third start of 2026. What do you want to see from him when he pitches on the hill tonight?
Keep doing his thing. Keep throwing strikes. Keep throwing that 90% off speed. Just keep competing, man. Last week I got into him a little bit on his start. He wasn't competing very well, and so I pulled him aside in between an inning. Got into him about, it's not the success right now that I'm worried about. It's how you compete and how you act on the mound. And he turned it around 180, and he looked way better the last 3 innings. And so I want to see that from pitch 1, inning 1.
Coach, I always ask you this question. Keys of victory?
Yeah, our offense being consistent, I think, tonight. We have too many weak outs as of late, and so if our guys just learn how to be the hardest out every single at-bat, we're going to do a really good job. And so we need to learn to do damage. We're going to get out, obviously, but we need to have harder outs instead of weaker outs.
Coach, always a pleasure, my friend. Good luck out there, and I'll see you after the game.
Go Rogues, baby!
That's head coach Kevin Olmstead joining us on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. When we come right back after this, we have lineups and first pitch. Game 2, the series finale between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues, coming up at 6:35 p.m. Keep it locked in here on the Rogue Streaming Network. It is a picture-perfect Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley series finale between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Hi, everybody. My name is Bryan Welch, the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. Starting lineups being introduced by public address announcer Greg Roberts. And we'll send it to Greg for the playing of the national anthem.
Our trainer is Rob Patterson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand, remove your caps, and join us for the national anthem presented by Rockwell Real Estate. Performing tonight's national anthem is Chris Pearson on the saxophone.
And we are ready to go in the Rogue Valley series finale between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. And we can't get going until these famous words are spoken.
And Easton and my friend Stanley here with the two most important words in baseball.
And now we're ready to go. Game 2 of this two-game set about to commence between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Give you that starting lineup for the CCL Showcase, led by head coach Ben Kruger. The CCL Showcase 2-2 in this 2026 campaign. Ben lead off is the shortstop Will Feltus. In the 2 spot is the left fielder Ty Rasmussen. The 3 hitter is the right fielder Aiden Castro. The cleanup man is the first baseman Jonathan Rominger. Batting in the 5 spot is the third baseman Aiden Birchard. In the 6 hole is the center fielder Will Bond. Batting in the 7 spot is the DH man Tate Stearns. The second baseman Bobby Trigg is the 8 hitter, and the catcher Grayson Pritchard is batting 9th. So it's Feltus, Rasmussen, Castro, Rominger, Birchard, Bond, Stearns, Trigg, and Pritchard. And the CCL lineup faces the Finelli Finesse. Dylan Finelli gets his 3rd start of 2026, getting his one more tosses in right now as we speak. Dylan Finelli works with a fastball, works with a changeup, slider, curveball, and the cutter. Relies mostly on that off speed, but occasionally will throw that fastball, get the job done. A little bit more velo in 2026 on the fastball. I know Dylan's family is listening back home in the Golden State of California, and his girlfriend Carly listening back in Southern California. It's 325 down the line and left and right field, 400 straightaway center. Glacier blue skies on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. And of course, our good friend, the wind blowing strongly into the ballpark. Stars and stripes pointing into the ballpark, into right field to be exact. And the CCL Showcase and the Rogues' final meeting of this 2026 campaign between the two programs get ready to commence and battle it out on this beautiful Thursday evening, Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. And also don't forget, tomorrow's going to be the second fireworks show of the season against the Fresno A's. But tonight, it's the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues colliding. And it's a perfect evening for baseball. Temperatures in the 80s. Just a Chamber of Commerce postcard weather. 82 degrees, glacier blue skies, wind blown into the ballpark 10 to 15 miles per hour. And the lefty Will Feltus settles in for his first at-bat of the evening. Pull up your favorite chair. Rogues baseball is on the air, and we are underway. Chopper to the right side, and it goes foul. And we are underway at 6:38 p.m. in the Rogue Valley. Strike one to Will Feltus, the shortstop, the table setter for the CCL Showcase. Feltus yesterday reached on base twice. Behind no balls and a strike, Dylan Finelli waits. And the righty throws strike one pitch. Scores for a bunt, gets it down that third base side, picked up by Dylan Finelli. The throw to first base in time for out number 1. 1-3 on the ground out for the first out of the innings. Give you that defense is backing up the starter, Dylan Finelli. Around the horn from third to first is Jaden Neugebauer, Trey Kotze, Travis Finney, Jackson Rosenthal. In the outfield from left to right, it's Shabasteri, Walsh, and Saito. Chris Ortiz catching tonight for the Rogues. One out, and the base is empty. Here's the CCL Showcase's left fielder, Ty Rasmussen, just getting underway in the top half of inning number 1. First pitch, curveball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Rasmussen was the 2-hitter yesterday, reached on base once, did strike out a pair in that Game 1 loss. Head coach Ben Kruger for the CCL Showcase touched on it in our conversation before their batting practice, talked about just getting runners across was a struggle last night. Strike one pitch, hits that in the air. Right field drifting back is Evan Saito. Makes the one-hand grab, and he makes the grab for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down in the row to first. Rasmussen flies out to right field. Here's the right fielder for the CCL Showcase, Aiden Castro. Scoreless between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Final meeting between the two programs in this season. And Dylan Finelli making quick work of the CCL Showcase. Already in the top half of inning number 1. Just got to get that first inning. And you heard from head coach Kevin Olmstead speak about being competitive on the hill. First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Aiden Castro at the dish, also in the 3 spot yesterday. Did reach on base twice with a walk and a single. Strike 1 pitch. Slider, swing and a miss, strike 2. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Castro. Castro from Yakima Valley College, a Richland, Washington native. behind no balls and 2 strikes. Infield playing deep around the horn. Jonathan Walsh, couple of paces into left center. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dylan Finale waits. And the righty's 1-2 home. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Andrew Herbold behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes. Tim Barrett at first base. Alex Chavez at third base. Deuces Wild on the road first. Dylan Finale waits. And the 2-2 home. 2-2, pulled foul, right side. We'll do it again. Castro trying to get aboard. Jonathan Rominger waits on deck for the CCL Showcase. Infield still playing deep around the horn. Jonathan Walsh, couple of steps into left center as center fielder. 2-2 home from Dylan. Fastball, cold strike 3 on the bottom third. Castro down on strikes, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 1-2-3 goes the CCL Showcase. We head to the home first right after this. CCL Showcase, nothing. Medford coming up on a beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Home half of inning number 1 from Harry and David Field. First time the Rogues head to the dish on this beautiful Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Let's give you that starting lineup for the Rogues, led by head coach Kevin Olmstead. Medford 7-1 in this 2026 campaign. Batting lead off is the shortstop, is the left fielder Jonathan Walsh, and the 2 spot is the second baseman Travis Finney. The 3 hitters, the DH man Anthony Thomas Jr. Chris Ortiz catching tonight is the cleanup hitter. Max Shabasteri is in left field. He's in the 5 spot. Evan Saito is the right fielder tonight. He is batting in the 6 hole. The first baseman Jackson Rosenthal is batting 7th. Trey Kontze is the shortstop tonight. He is the 8 hole hitter. And Jaden Neugebauer is in the 9 spot. He is at third base. So it's Walsh, Finney, Thomas Jr., Ortiz, Shabasteri, Saito, Rosenthal, Kontze, and Neugebauer. Jonathan Walsh faces Crow Crosley from Santa Rosa Junior College in this great state of California. First pitch on the way to Jonathan Walsh. Clips the outside corner, strike 1. Crosley works with a fastball, slider, and the changeup, the 3-pitch mix. Infield playing deep around the horn for the CCL Showcase. Crosley works from the first base side of the rubber. Strike 1 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, a little bit ahead is Jonathan Walsh. Walsh coming off the bench and having a pinch hit in yesterday's game. Got a single. A .333 hitter so far in 2026, behind no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, swing and a miss on the slider, and it's fouled off. We'll do it again, still no balls and 2 strikes. We are in the home first. Jonathan Walsh, the Dover, Tennessee native. I know Alex and Scout are listening back home in the Volunteer State. Also shout out to Mom and Dad back in the Volunteer State. Jonathan behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walsh has been the table setter so far in 2026. Righty still behind 1-2. 1-2. Changeup misses outside, and the count goes square. And talking to Jonathan a little bit last night after the game, and I said, were you nervous about having that pinch hit? He's like, I like getting a pinch hit at bat. And he changed the game. 2-2. Fastball misses outside, ball 3. And what I mean, he changed the game. He put a spark in that Rogues offense in the home 7th. 10 batters came to the dish. 4 runs came across. And the count fills. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle to begin the home first. Payoff pitch. Fastball fouls it off. Good at bat between Jonathan Walsh and Cole Crosley to begin the home first.
Everybody clap your hands.
Travis Finney waits on deck for the Rogues. Outfield starting to close in a bit for the CCL Showcase. The 3-2 home. 3-2, knuckle to foul, right side, good at bat, keeping it alive is Jonathan Walsh.
Just a bit foul.
Wind is picking up throughout this whole entire evening so far. Crosley works from the first base side of the rubber that deals the 3-2 again. 3-2, hits it in the air. Right field drifting to his left is the right footer Castro. Goes back, makes the grab for out number 1. Walsh flies out for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's the second baseman, Travis Finney. The defense is backing up the starter, Cole Crosley, for the CCL Showcase. Around the horn from third to first for the CCL Showcase is Birchard, Feltis, Trigg, and Rominger. In the outfield from left to right, it's Rasmussen, Bond, and Castro. Birchard is catching for the CCL Showcase tonight. Here's second baseman Travis Finney, scoreless between the Medford Rogues and the CCL Showcase in the home first. First pitch misses downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Travis Finney, a .250 hitter so far, 1 game in to his summer in the Rogue Valley. 1-0 pitch. Slider misses inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Crosley still set up on the first base side of the rubber. The lanky lefty trying to provide a little bit of defense for the CCL Showcase. 2-0 pitch, misses outside, ball 3. Travis Finney from Australia, second year in the Rogue Valley. Just wrapped up his first year playing Division I ball at South Dakota State with the Jackrabbits. We talked about the Jackrabbits yesterday. Head 3-0, fastball clips the inside corner, strike 1. Travis Finney was the table setter last season for the Rogues. Got the opportunity to lead off and set the table for the Rogues offense last night. Still had 3-1. 3-1 pitch, hits it in the air, right field, base hit. Travis Finney aboard with a 1-out single. The first base runner on this evening is Travis Finney. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the home first. Scoreless between the Medford Rogues and the CCL Showcase. Here's the DH man for the Rogues, Anthony Thomas Jr. Anthony Thomas Jr. settles in for his first trip of the evening. A good crowd on hand for this one at Harry and David Field for Thirsty Thursday. Birchard playing even at the bag at third for the CCL Showcase. Medium-sized lead for Travis Finney at first. First pitch, slider, finds the outer third, strike 1. Anthony Thomas Jr. going to go to Cal State Dominguez Hills in the fall. Thomas Jr., a .250 hitter so far in 2026. Strike 1 pitch, finds the outer third with the slider. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Generous call by Andrew Herbold, the home plate umpire. Medium-sized lead for Travis Finney. Throw over to first base, chases back Finney. Travis gets back to the bag, standing up. Anthony has 7 runs batted in so far in this early part of 2026. The 0-2 pitch off the end of the bat to the first base side, picked up by Rominger, and he speeds to the pillow, and he steps on the bag in time for out number 2. 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. That advances Travis Finney to second base. So 1 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom of the first. Here is the Rogues catcher, Chris Ortiz. Ortiz settles in. Scoreless between Medford and Seattle on this Thursday evening. Wind still blowing in, right, 5 to 7 miles per hour right now. You can definitely feel the breeze. First pitch slider misses downstairs. Ball 1. Chris Ortiz ahead, 1 ball and no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0, chopper. Comebacker right to the pitcher Crosley and gets the tag on. And Chris Ortiz is out, so 1 unassisted for the 3rd and final out of the inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Travis Finney left on at second base. We head to the 2nd inning. Right after this, we played 1 in the Rogue Valley, scoreless between Medford and the CCL Showcase. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Beautiful Thursday evening at the ballpark at Harry and David Field. A thirsty Thursday on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Top half of inning number 2 scoreless between the CCL Showcase and Medford. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the CCL Showcase. Jonathan Rominger leads off the inning, followed by Aiden Birchard and Will Bond. Dylan Finelli begins his 2nd inning on the bump, sending the CCL Showcase in order 1, 2, 3 back in the first. Here's CCL Showcase's first baseman, Jonathan Rominger. Dylan Finelli works from that first base side of the rubber. Right delivers to the lefty Rominger. First pitch, fastball misses out. 1 ball, no strikes. Rominger was the cleanup hitter in yesterday's game as well. Did get on base once in the 4th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, ground ball, hard hit towards Travis Finney at second base. The throw to first in time for out number 1. 4-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. 1 out and the base is empty. Here is the CCL Showcase's 3rd baseman, Aiden Birchard. Medford nothing, CCL Showcase nothing. We are in the road 2nd. Dylan Finelli has retired 4 straight batters to begin this one on this Thursday evening. Dylan Finelli with the Finelli finesse, the dance master. Faces the righty, Birchard, for the first time tonight. First pitch, ground ball to left side, scooped up by the 3rd baseman, Jaden Neugebauer. The throw over to first base in time for out number 2. 5-3 on the ground out for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down in the road 2nd. Here's CCL Showcase's center fielder, Will Bond. Scoreless between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. And right now, Dylan Finelli making quick work of the CCL Showcase. Right against left. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. First pitch, fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Jonathan Walsh, the center fielder for Medford, playing a couple of steps into left center. Wind blowing 5 to 7 miles per hour into the ballpark. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball up the middle, escapes into center field. A base hit for Will Bond, and Bond's aboard to extend the inning with a 2-out single. So 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the road 2nd. Here's the CCL Showcase's DH man, Tate Stearns. CCL Showcase nothing, Medford nothing. We are in the top of 2. Dylan Finelli facing some adversity already. The runner at first base. Medium-sized lead for Will Bond. First baseman Jackson Rosenthal holding the runner at first base. First one. Slider misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Tate Stearns, the DH man tonight, was the DH man yesterday. Went 0 for 2 before being replaced by Will Bond. Flew out both times in yesterday's affair. One ball, no strikes. Slider escapes away from Chris Ortiz, going towards second as Will Bond. The throw to second base, and the throw is late. Will Bond still second base. So puts the CCL Showcase in scoring position. This is something that head coach Ben Kruger of the CCL Showcase touched on in our conversation before their batting practice. He said, we got base runners on, but we could not execute getting them across. And this is a big opportunity for the CCL Showcase to break the ice on this Thursday evening. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Slider misses in. Ball 3. Turns from Johns Hopkins. Had 3 balls and no strikes. Dylan Finelli facing a little bit of adversity. 3-0 pitch. Fastball misses up and in. Ball 4. Tate Stearns takes first, so a single from Bond and a walk from Stearns puts 2 on and 2 outs in the road second. And now CCL Showcase trying to get the first run across on this Thursday evening. Here's the CCL Showcase's second baseman, Bobby Trigg. Medford nothing, CCL Showcase nothing. And that's been the overall theme so far this season. First pitch. Ground ball right side, picked up by Jackson Rosenthal, the first baseman, speeds the pillow at first base and forces Bobby Trigg out. And that closes the book on the top half of inning number 2. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left. Will Bond left on at second base, Tate Stearns left on at first, and Dylan Finelli sneaks out of the adversity. We head to the home second right after this. 2 up for the Rogues. Max Shabasteri, Evan Saito, Jackson Rosenthal. Scoreless on this Thirsty Thursday in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Bryan Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. CCL Showcase nothing, Medford nothing. Home half of inning number 2 from Harry and David Field. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rogues. Max Shabasteri, the left fielder for Medford, leads off the inning, followed by Evan Saito and Jackson Rosenthal. First pitch from Cole Crosley finds the upper third, strike 1. Max Shabasteri playing in his second game in a Medford Rogues uniform. Shabasteri, a 200 hitter. Strike 1 pitch, fouls it off to the screen. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Shabasteri from San Diego, California, played for Patrick Henry High School, the former Patriot. Previously at Sonoma State, played baseball with current Rogues. 0-2 pitch, pops it foul right behind home plate, screams over her head. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Of current Rogues, Herman Luna and Chris Ortiz. Infield playing deep for the CCL Showcase. Crosley still works from the first base side of the rubber. Tall lefty is 0-2. 0-2 pitch, fouls it off right behind home plate. We'll do it again. Shabasteri trying to get aboard to lead off the home second. 0-2 pitch. Slider called strike 3 on the inside corner. First strikeout for Cole Crosley this evening. And Shabasteri down on strikes. One out and the base is empty. Here's the Rogues right fielder, Evan Saito. Medford nothing, CCL Showcase nothing on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Evan Saito out of CSUN. Manador settles in for his first trip of the evening. Outfield starting to play in for the CCL Showcase. Bond, the center fielder, playing a couple of steps into left center. First pitch, misses upstairs with the changeup. 1 ball, no strikes. One out. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Saito so far this season a .263 hitter. Has not gone yard yet. Ball and a strike. Slider, slow roller towards short, picked up by Feltus. The throw over to first base. Throws in time for out number 2. 6-3 on the ground out for the second out of the inning. Bases empty, 2 outs. We are in the home second. Scoreless between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. Here's the Rogues first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal. The Ashland native gets ready to go to work, swinging the new maple bat. Gets ready to go to work. Going to be going to Hawaii Pacific this fall. Previously at Larsen College. And he stands in for his first trip, left against left. First pitch slider finds the outer third, strike 1. Rosenthal this season has been playing at first base, has played a little bit in the outfield as well. Rosenthal, a .429 hitter. Strike 1 pitch. Hits that at towering shot into right field, foul territory. Rominger, the first baseman, giving chase. And it lands on the grass berm, and the kids go after it. Let's see who got the ball. Somebody wearing a black t-shirt got the foul ball on the grass berm on that first base side. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Jackson Rosenthal. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 0-2, slider misses down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crosley relies on that slider a lot. We've seen a majority slider from the southpaw for the CCL Showcase. Still ahead, 1 ball and 2 strikes of Crosley. And the pitch. Curveball misses inside, and the count goes square at 2. Deuce is wild in the pitch. 2-2, ground ball to the first base side, picked up by Rominger, the first baseman, and he speeds the bag, and he gets his counterpart out at first base. 3 unassisted for the third and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 1-2-3 inning for Cole Crosley and the CCL Showcase. We have played 2 in the Rogue Valley. Scoreless on Thursday between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. No score between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Top half of inning number 3 for Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. 9-1-2 due up for the CCL Showcase. Grayson Pritchard leads off the inning. First pitch from Dylan Finelli. Fastball misses up and in, ball 1. So it's Pritchard followed by Will Feltis and Ty Rasmussen. 2 innings on the hill so far for Dylan Finelli, only giving up a hit and a walk. But regardless, Dylan Finelli having good composure on the hill. 1-0 pitch, misses outside, ball 2. Grayson Pritchard making his debut in this series. Pritchard from Olympic College. Head 2-0. Slider misses up and in, ball 3. Pritchard catching tonight for the CCL Showcase. Pritchard, the Ranger from Olympic College. Threatening to draw a walk to lead off the inning ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. And the 3-0. Fastball clips that inside corner, strike 1. Well, Feltis waits on deck for the CCL Showcase. Infield playing deep around the horn. Outfield playing deep and straight away. And center fielder Jonathan Walsh playing a couple of steps into right center. 3-1 pitch. Misses upstairs. Ball 4. Pritchard takes first base with a leadoff walk. 1 on, nobody out. We head back to the top of the order with the shortstop for the CCL Showcase, Will Feltis. No score between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. And right now, Dylan Finelli facing a little bit of adversity. Had runners at first and second, but found a way to shut down the inning. Dylan Finelli gets ready to go to work and to try to provide a little bit of that Finelli finesse on this Thursday evening. First pitch to the lefty. Finds the outside corner of a slider. Strike 1. Feltis this evening, 1 for 3 so far. Dylan Finelli works from that first base side of the rubber. Wears those Athlon shoes. Strike 1 pitch. Bouncing ball gets away from Chris Ortiz. Good recovery by Chris. And Pritchard stays at first base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Feltis grounded out to the pitcher, Dylan Finelli, to open up the first. 0 for 1 so far tonight. A ball and a strike. Slider misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Think about what Chris Ortiz has done as a catcher, building a great rapport with his pitching staff, and especially the bromance, as Dylan Finelli and Chris Ortiz talks about, but a greater understanding. They know what they expect from each other. And also what type of pitches to call. 2-1 pitch. Misses inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Feltis from Tumwater, Washington. The Yak from Yakima Valley College had 3 balls and a strike. Short lead for Pritchard at first base. Quick throw to first base. Gets back to the bag with a head first slide. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 from Dylan. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Dylan Finelli. 2 on, nobody out. We are in the road third. Here's the CCL Showcase's left fielder, Ty Rasmussen, and the pitching coach for the Rogues. It is Nick Berger, and he heads out to the hill to have a conversation with Dylan Finelli to build that confidence back up with runners at first and second. This pause the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. At this pause the action, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It's brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Currently a couple of games going on at the moment in the Pacific Empire League. And right now, Healdsburg and the Lone Wolves tied up at 1 apiece in the home fourth from the Recreation Park in Healdsburg. And how about this? The Placer County Paleteros lead at 3-0 against the Lincoln Potters. We'll keep an eye on that scoreboard for you from McBean Park. Potters have been playing some good baseball so far in 2026. So 2 on, nobody out. Here's the CCL Showcase's left fielder, Ty Rasmussen. Rogues can still turn 2 to get the first 2 outs of the inning. First offering from the righty, Dylan Finelli. First pitch, line drive, caught by Travis Finney, and over to second base, try to double up on Birchard, but Rasmussen lines out to Travis Finney for the first out of the inning. So a great conversation and pep talk by the pitching coach Nick Berger to calm everybody's nerves down. And he gets the first out of the inning. 2 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 3. Here's the CCL Showcase's right fielder, Aiden Castro. Scoreless between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. And I was talking about the score between the Paleteros and the Potters. Potters see the Humble Crabs tomorrow. First pitch fouled off to that right side, strike 1. Humble and Lincoln squaring off tomorrow. That's going to be a very intriguing series. We'll keep an eye on that scoreboard throughout the whole entire evening tomorrow, but we'll keep an eye on that scoreboard as well down in the road in McBean. Aiden Castro tonight 0 for 1 so far. Waits for the strike 1 pitch from Dylan Finelli. Works from that first base side of the rubber, glances at second base of Birchard, squares for a bunt, and it's called foul, says the home plate umpire Andrew Herbold. Quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. And this is what head coach Ben Kruger was touching on, head coach of the CCL Showcase. They got runners in scoring position but could not do anything with it offensively last night. Finelli glances at Birchard at second base. No balls, 2 strikes in the pitch. 0-2, that's hit in the air. Sky high pop-up, shallow center field. Trey Kotze calling everybody off, and he makes the one-hand grab for out number 2. Castro pops out for the second out of the inning. That's a crucial second out there for the Rogues defense. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 3. Here is the first baseman for the CCL Showcase, Jonathan Rominger. Medford nothing, CCL Showcase nothing. Game 2, the final game of the set. And right now, Dylan Finelli facing a little bit of adversity, issuing walks to the first 2 batters he saw. Issued a walk to Birchard, issued a walk to Feltus. But Tice Rasmussen to line out to Travis Finney. Aiden Castro popped out to the shortstop, Trey Kotze. First offering home from Dylan Finelli. Chopper, left side, Kotze on the run, and he can't make the play. Gets off his glove, and the bases are loaded. And they are going to say officially an E6 on Trey Kotze, and the bases are juiced in the top half of inning number 3.
Number 28, Aiden Birchard.
So bases loaded, 2 outs. Here is the third baseman for the CCL Showcase, Aiden Birchard. And this is a big time in testing the adversity and testing the waters for Dylan Finelli and company. Middle infielders, roommates. Trey Kotze and Travis Finney, roommates with Dylan Finelli this summer. But more importantly, just getting used to each other and how they play in the middle infield. First offering to the righty. First pitch, fouls it off. Strike 1. Aiden Birchard this evening, 0 for 1 so far. Bases loaded. Jonathan Walsh, the center fielder for the Rogues, playing a couple of steps into right center. No balls and a strike. Dylan waits. Works on the first base side of the rubber, and the pitch. Strike 1 pitch misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Rogues fans not happy about that strike zone dictated by Andrew Herbold. 1 ball, 1 strike. Birchard trying to provide a little bit more offense. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider bounces away from Chris Ortiz. Has to track everybody down, trying to track that ball down. Base is still loaded. 2 balls, 1 strike. Birchard grounded out to the third baseman, Neugebauer, in the second. Think about how this inning has gone so far. A pair of walks and an error. Medford trying to weather the storm in this inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fastball finds that bottom third, strike 2, and the count goes square. Deuce is wild now. And this is a huge at bat and a huge pitch upcoming. Dylan Finelli, long pause. Deuce is wild in the pitch. 2-2 ground ball, and that is going to escape into left center. 1 runs in, rounding third, racing towards home is Feltus. He scores staying up. 2-run single for the CCL Showcase, and they break the ice on this game. So a 2-run single from Birchard brings in Pritchard and Feltis. CCL Showcase 2, Medford nothing. Here is the center fielder for the CCL Showcase, Will Bond. We are on the road third. So a pair of walks, an error, and now a 2-run single makes it interesting. First pitch, slider finds the outside corner, strike one. Will Bond today 1 for 1 so far. But it's how you weather the storm and how you face the adversity. Kevin Olmstead touched on that conversation with Dylan Finelli during our one-on-one conversation. Strike one pitch, slider is elevated. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bond today singled in the second, got the second base, but was left stranded. Wait for the 1-1 from Dylan Finelli. Rominger at third base, Birchard at first base. 1-1. Hits it in the air. Left field drifting back is Shabasteri. Shabasteri to his right makes the one-hand grab for out number 3. And at the side is retired. 2 runs come across on 1 hit, 1 error committed, and 2 left on. Rominger at third base, Birchard at first base. We head to the home third right after this. Trey Kotze, Aiden Birchard, and Jonathan Walsh due up. CCL Showcase leading 2-0 against Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Home half of inning number 3 from Harry and David Field. CCL Showcase 2, Medford nothing. Bryan Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. The CCL Showcase putting the first 2 runs of the evening off that 2-run single from Aiden Birchard. 8-9-1 due up for the Rogues. Here's a shortstop for Medford, Trey Kotze, to lead off the inning. First pitch on the way. First pitch hits it in the air, foul down the first base side for a loud strike one. Medford so far in 2 innings has only had 1 base runner on. That was Travis Finney back in the first. Recorded a single. Strike one pitch, misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Trey Kotze, the recent high school graduate, has not recorded a batting average yet. Had 5 ABs in yesterday's game. Did strike out once, ahead 2 balls and a strike. 2-1, fisted foul behind the dish. And the count goes square at 2. Trey's going to be going to Princeton University come the fall to study economics. Young man from Cathedral Catholic waits for the 2-2. Slider misses downstairs, and the count fills. Starter Cole Crosley works on that first base side of the rubber. 3-2. Fouls it off. Right side will do it again. Good battle to begin this home half of inning number 3. Jada Neugebauer waits on deck. Jonathan Walsh to follow. Infield playing deep around the horn for the CCL Showcase. Outfield starting to play in a bit. 3-2 again. Fastball misses outside ball 4. Trey Kotze takes first. Lead-off walk for the Rogues. 1 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom of 3. Here's the Rogues' third baseman, Jada Neugebauer. CCL Showcase leading 2-0 against Medford. Rogues right now trying to get into the run column for the first time on this Thursday evening. And Jay Neugebauer from Chico State, from Chico, California, settles in. The lefty, so it's a left against left. Small lead for Trey Kotze at first base. First offering, ground ball to the right side, into right field, base hit. Rounding second, but puts on the brakes is Trey Kotze, and Jay Neugebauer is aboard of a single. So a walk from Kotze, a single from Neugebauer. We go back to the top of the order of Jonathan Walsh. 2 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom of 3. Here's the rogue center fielder, Jonathan Walsh. 0 for 1 so far this evening, 2-0 CCL Showcase. And you think about how this game has gone on so far. We talked about it a little bit in the Asa Pool Guy on Deck show. The CCL Showcase tacked on 2 runs in the top half of inning number 7 yesterday. Scores for a bunt is Jonathan Walsh. And he bunts it foul to the first base side, strike 1. CCL plated 2 runs in the top of that inning. In the bottom of that inning, the Rogues sent 10 batters to the dish and scored 4 runs. Rogues trying to mount that same response to this evening. Strike 1 pitch, scores for a bunt as Jonathan Walsh gets it down the third base side, and it trails foul quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes as Walsh. Jonathan tonight, 0 for 1 so far. Flew out to right field to the right fielder Castro. The Dover, Tennessee native. His mom and dad, his brother Alex, and the family dog Scout listening on back in the Volunteer State. Runners at first and second. Kotze at second base. Neugebauer at first base. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, picked up by Trigg, and he can't make the play. Into right center it goes. Rounding third. Scoring is Trey Kotze. He scores standing up. RBI single for Jonathan Walsh. So he gets the RBI and the air, and a big play, and the Rogues are on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. 2-1 CCL. You like that, how the Rogues offense capitalizing. So 2 on. Nobody out. Here is Travis Finney, the second baseman for the Rogues. 2-1 CCL Showcase. Gets the bunt down. It's going to be a fair ball picked up by Pritchard. The throw to first base in time. So it is a sacrifice bunt that moves the runners, Neugebauer and Walsh, to second and third base. So runners at second and third, 1 out. We are on the bottom of 3, 2-1 CCL Showcase. Here is Anthony Thomas Jr. 2-3 on the ground out for Travis Finney, the DH man for the Rogues. Anthony Thomas Jr. settles in for his second trip of the evening. 0 for 1 so far. Medford trying to change the game. Tying run at third base, go ahead run at second base. Feels like every time the Rogues get punched in the mouth, they punch back harder. First pitch slider finds the outer third, strike 1. Anthony Thomas Jr. from Fallbrook, California. Grounded out to the first baseman. Rominger gets a comebacker right to the pitcher. Now caught in a run down, the throw over to first base instead. And the double steal. And how about that play? And we're all tied up at 2 apiece. Jay Neugebauer motoring across the plate. And it's a crazy play. So officially the RBI ground out for Anthony Thomas Jr. drives in the second run of the evening. So all tied up at 2 apiece in the bottom of 3. Here's Chris Ortiz, the catcher for the Rogues. Medford 2, CCL Showcase 2. And right now, if you're the Rogues, you like what you're doing. Jonathan Walsh. So 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error in this inning. Medford trying to pull ahead in this frame. First pitch. First pitch slider, swinging a miss, strike 1. Chris Ortiz, 0 for 1 so far this evening. Also grounded out to the first baseman. Or guy grounded out in his first AB of the evening. Strike 1 pitch. Chopper to the right side, picking it up as Trigg. Trigg will make the grab, the throw to first base in time. 4-3 on the ground out, and the inning comes to a close. 2 runs across on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. Jonathan Walsh left on at third base, tied up at 2 apiece after 3 in the Rogue Valley. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Top half of inning number 4 from Harry and David Field, all tied up at 2 between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Bryan Welch back with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And right now the Rogues have tied this one up off those 2 runs scored in the home half of inning number 3. But more importantly, Dylan Finelli has had his moments on the hill so far this evening. The Finelli finesse has been fun to watch so far, facing a lot of adversity, giving up a 2 spot in the top half of the 3rd. But he settles in. He faces 7, 8, 9 in the CCL Showcase's batting order. The CCL Showcase's DH man Tate Stearns leads off the inning, followed by Bobby Trigg and Grayson Pritchard. First pitch from the righty, Dylan Finelli. First pitch slider, swinging a miss, and actually swinging a foul down that third base side. Strike 1. Dylan Finelli sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. Strike 1 pitch. Misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tate Stearns this evening drew a walk in the second, got the first base, but was left stranded. A ball and a strike. Slider misses down and low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stearns from Johns Hopkins from Kingston, Washington. While at Johns Hopkins, going to be majoring in Spanish and applied mathematics and statistics. Had 2 balls and a strike. Slider misses low again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bobby Trigg waits on deck for the CCL Showcase. Just a picture-perfect Chamber of Commerce evening in the Rogue Valley. Glacier blue skies overhead. Stars and Stripes blowing probably 7 to 9 miles per hour right now. 3-1. Slider misses inside ball 4. Tate Stearns takes first. A leadoff base runner on for the CCL Showcase. 1 on, nobody out. We are on the top of 4. Here is the second baseman for the CCL Showcase, Bobby Trigg. CCL Showcase 2, Medford 2. Trigg 0 for 1 so far this evening. First pitch. Takes on a hop to the left side as Trey Kotze bobbles it. The throw to first base, and the throw's not in time. Bobby Trigg gets aboard with an infield single. They're going to say an error, so Trigg reaches on an error. So a walk from Stearns. Trigg reaches on an error, puts runners at first and second. 2 on, nobody out. Here's catcher Grayson Pritchard. We are in the row to 4th. And right now, more importantly, actually, they're going to say it's going to be a hit. Initially, they said it was an error. Now they're going to say it's a hit. So a single from Trigg and a walk from Stearns brings in the catcher for the CCO Showcase, Grayson Pritchard. First offering. Slider clips the inside corner, strike 1. Pritchard drew a walk and scored in the 3rd. One of those 2 runs that did score, the first 2 runs of the evening. Rogues infield starting to shade to the left. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Strike one offerings elevated. 1 ball, 1 strike. Birchard making his debut in this series. Trying to change this game for the CCL Showcase. Finelli glances at Stearns at second base. Now looks back at home plate. The 1-1. Tapped foul to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now a conversation between Chris Ortiz and Dylan Finelli, the battery mates for this evening. This Pause the Action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. As your pool or hot tub need repairs, call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at first and second. We are in the road 4th. Grayson Birchard trying to change this game for the CCL Showcase. This might be the most important at-bat of the evening so far for Dylan Finelli on the hill. The dance master trying to dance out of the situation already in this inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, slider, swing and a miss, strike 3. Birchard down on strikes, and the first out recorded this evening in the inning, and actually the second strikeout for Dylan Finelli. So a crucial first out recorded. 1 on, 2 outs. We head back to the top of the order to the shortstop for the CCL Showcase, Will Feltis. Medford 2, CCL Showcase 2. Dylan Finelli sets up on that first base side of the rubber. Glances at second base, Stearns at second, Trigg at first. Glances again and fires the first pitch. First pitch, chopper to the right side. Jackson Rosenthal takes it, throws it to Dylan Finelli, and speeds to the bag, and he's out in time. It's 3-1 on the ground out. Advances the runner Stearns and Trigg to second and third. So 2 outs recorded after giving up a walk and a single. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 4. Here is the CCL Showcase's left fielder Ty Rasmussen, all tied up at 2 on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. Dylan Finelli facing adversity, but letting his teammates behind him back him up. As a strikeout and a ground out. But right now, got to find a way to get that third and final out. Rasmussen 0 for 2 so far this evening. First offering home. Slider swinging a foul down that third base side. Strike 1. Rasmussen flew out to the right footer. Saito back in the first. Lined out to Travis Finney, the second baseman, in the third. CCL trying to get runners across, and I keep sounding like a broken record, but head coach Ben Kruger touched on this. He harped on this during our conversation. Getting runners across is a big sticking point for tonight's game. No balls and a strike. Fastball bounces away from Chris Ortiz, and Dylan Finelli covers home plate, keeps the runner of Stearns at bay at third base. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dylan Finelli trying to handle the adversity. You just got to get that third and final out. Finelli went 4 1/3 innings on opening night. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. 1-1, misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kaden Castro waits on deck for the CCL Showcase. Runners at second and third. Stearns at third base. Trigg at second. Jonathan Walsh, the center fielder, just a step into right center. 2 balls, 1 strike. Finelli takes a deep breath. And the 2-1 home. 2-1 fastball elevated. 3 balls, 1 strike. When the Rogues head to the home 4th, Sabasteri, Evan Saito, and Jackson Rosenthal due up. Dylan Finelli trying to limit the damage in this inning. 3-1. Curveball misses upstairs. A throw sails over the head of the third baseman, Jaden Neugebauer, and they're going to say, actually, Andrew Herbal's throwing the arms up in the air. So they're going to say a dead ball. So it was into left field. So the question is, does the run score? So the run does not score. So everybody goes back to second and third base. So craziness. Chris Ortiz was trying to get. So it loads the bases. So Rasmussen takes first. So a walk issued, second one issued in this inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We are in the road to fourth. Here is the right fielder for the CCL Showcase, Caden Castro. All tied up at 2 apiece. Probably the biggest pitch of the at-bat, and maybe the biggest pitch of the game so far with the lefty. First pitch, slider, swing and a miss, strike one. Castro tonight 0 for 2 so far. And Andrew Herbold will give the ball to Dylan Finelli. A little bit of craziness going on at Harry and David Field. Ball sailed over the head of the third baseman, Jaden Neugebauer, but it was called, the ball was dead, says the home plate umpire, Andrew Herbold. But regardless, testing the waters on this Thursday evening, and right now the Rogues trying to slow down the CCL Showcase. Parrott walks in a single. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch home. Misses downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Actually, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody active in that Medford Rogues pen. The coaching staff has the trust in Dylan Finelli to navigate to calmer waters. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 home. Slider misses down and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. Castro tonight struck out in the first, popped out to the shortstop Trey Kotze in the third. Trying to change this game in this final game of this 2-game set. Finelli again takes a deep breath. And the 2-1 home. 2-1 escapes out of the mid of Chris Ortiz. Going from third to home is Stearns. He scores standing up. And a wild pitch. Gets the ball back. Pass ball gives a run scored for the CCL Showcase. Not the inning right now for Dylan Finelli. Runners advance to second and third. Trigg to third. Rasmussen to second. Castro ahead, 3 balls and a strike. So 1 run on 1 hit. Runners at second and third right now. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 3-1, cues it foul, right side, and the count fills. This is a big at-bat and a big pitch upcoming. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Works on that first base side of the rubber. And the 3-2. 3-2, chopper, comebacker to Dylan Finelli. Underhands the first base in time for out number 3. And the side is retired. 1 run comes across on 1 hit, no errors. But the CCL Showcase leaves 2 on. Trigg at third base, Rasmussen at second base. CCL Showcase tacks on a run, and they lead 3-2 against the Rogues. We head to the home fourth right after this. Max Shabasteri, Evan Seidel, and Jackson Rosenthal do up 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order for the Rogues. Rogues trailing by 1 on this Thursday. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. After the game is over, are you looking for more Medford Rogues content? Plank Talk is the official podcast of the Medford Rogues. Hi, this is Bryan Welch, the voice of your Rogues. Join me every week as we talk with the players, front office staff, and special guests along the way. Plank Talk drops every week during the season on the same channel you watch the Rogues. We will see you for Plank Talk. As always, go Rogues. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. CCL Showcase 2, Medford 3, 3-2 CCL Showcase, home half inning number 4. New pitcher in for the CCL Showcase is Tristan Pullman. Tristan Pulliam takes over from the starter, Cole Crosley, and this pitching change brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 3 innings on the hill for Cole Crosley this evening. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, but more importantly, did not only had 1 strikeout in his start and only issued 1 walk, and he faces 5, 6, and 7 in the Rogues order. Max Shabasteri leads off the inning, followed by Evan Saito and Jackson Rosenthal. It's been a title fight so far this evening. CCL Showcase has done a lot of punching. Rogues have punched back. What can the Rogues do in this home half inning number 4? 2 runs across in the top half inning number 3. Rogues countered with 2 of their own. 1 run scored in the top of this inning, and Max Shabasteri 0 for 1 so far settles in for his second trip, and this is a big at-bat. You can definitely feel this is a big testing moment and also see what this team is made of in 2026 for the Rogues. First offering from the new reliever, Tristan Pulliam. First pitch slider finds the inside corner, strike 1. Pulliam played a little bit yesterday. Pulliam played at third base, got an at-bat in yesterday's game. Strike 1 pitch from the righty. Up and in, turns away from it as Max Shabasteri. 1 ball, 1 strike. Max 0 for 1 so far this evening, struck out in the second. Waits for the 1-1. Tall righty Tristan Pulliam works on that first base side of the rubber. 1-1. High and tight. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tristan Pulliam, the new reliever out of Yakima Valley College. Delivers the 2-1 pitch. 2-1, slider misses inside, and the count goes 3 balls, 1 strike. Pulliam from Spokane, Washington, went to Central Valley High in eastern Washington, considered the Palouse country. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. 3-1, fastball, taps it in the air. Over that plate, what a great grab by Rominger. A lunging grab by the first baseman, and Shabasteri robbed for the first out of the inning. Shabasteri with a crazy play at first base. 1 out, the base is empty. We are in the bottom of 4. 3-2 CCL Showcase. Here's the Rogues right fielder, Evan Saito. 0 for 1 so far this evening. And right now the Rogues trying to capitalize. Rogues tacking 2 runs only in that home half inning number 3, but you can definitely feel a little bit of momentum trying to change. And if you're in the Rogues, you got to find that offense. And Evan Saito settles in for his second trip of the evening. Medford trailing by 1, but you can definitely, this is a good test for this team. See where this team's made of in 2026. First pitch. Fastball finds that top third, strike 1. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Strike 1 pitch. Slider clips the inside corner quickly in the hole. 0-2 as Saito grounded out to the shortstop Feltus in the second. It's a 3-1 lead for the Prune Packers against the Chico Lone Wolves in the top half of inning number 6. It's all tied up at 3 apiece in the home 4th at McBean. 0-2 slider misses down and low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Placer County Peloteros and Lincoln tied up at 3 apiece. Remember that, the Peloteros led 3-0. One ball, 2 strikes. Pulliam delivers. 1-2, up and in, a fastball, and the count goes square. Evan Saito at the dish. Saito a 263 hitter. And Saito does not have an extra base hit yet in 2026. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Saito down on strikes. 2 up and 2 down in the home half of inning number 4. First strikeout for Tristan Pulliam this evening. Bases empty, 2 outs. Here's the Rogues first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal. Rogues trail by 1, 3-2 against the CCL Showcase. Final game of this 2-game set. For the Rogues see the Fresno A's for our first game of a 3-game series starting tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. Get going at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Jackson Rosenthal trying to change this. Third baseman Birchard playing even at the bag at third. First offering. First pitch misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0, hits it in the air, left field. Tracking him down is Birchard, foul territory, and that goes out of play just past the patio. 1 ball, 1 strike. Center fielder Will Bond playing in. Playing a couple of steps into left center. Jackson Rosenthal trying to extend the inning. Rogues went 1-2-3 in the second. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, misses down and low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rosenthal grounded out to his counterpart, Rominger, to close the book on the second. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1, misses up and out with a fastball. 3 balls and a strike. Three balls, 1 strike, and the pitch from Pulliam. 3-1, hits that in the air, cranked right field. Going back as Castro loses the hat. That ball's gone! Jackson Rosenthal goes yard, and he ties the ball game up at 3. And how about Jackson Rosenthal goes yard, first time this season, second in total. First time he went yard was against the Medford Mustangs. That game did not count towards the stats, but Jackson Rosenthal changes the game with a huge hit. And right now the Rogues are cooking. So Medford 3, CCL Showcase 3. Here's Trey Kotze for his second trip of the evening. First pitch, swinging a miss, strike 1. And how about that hit by Jackson Rosenthal? A definite no-doubter, but more importantly, carrying the ball well. Rosenthal with a great hit there. Trey Kotze behind, no balls and a strike. And the pitch. Strike 1 pitch, swing and a miss in the hole, 0-2. Kotze in his first AB in the third, drew a walk and scored. Kotze playing in his second game in a Rogues uniform from San Diego. Behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Infield playing deep for the CCL Showcase, and he's hit by the pitch. And Trey Kotze takes first to extend the inning. And you think about how this inning started. Shabasteri lined out to the first baseman, Rominger. Saito struck out. Jackson Rosenthal went yard. And Trey Kotze hit by a pitch. Puts a runner at first base. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the bottom of 4. Here's the third baseman, Jaden Neugebauer. All tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. And there's not really much activity in that CCL bullpen right now at the moment. But the Rogues right now able to answer back from every punch the CCL throws at them. First pitch fastball misses up and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Jaden Neugebauer tonight, 1 for 1 so far. The lefty trying to continue this inning and also pass the bat along. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0, slider misses down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Talking to Jaden a little bit during batting practice today, talking about getting that mental fortitude back after being out for a couple of days. That 2-0 pitch finds the outside corner, strike 1. He was talking about have that same approach as he did in college, having a good swing. Trying to have a good swing right now for runner at first base. Trey Kotze with a small lead at first. Rominger holding the runner. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1, line drive, right field, base hit. Jaden Neugebauer aboard with a 2-out single. Station the station, go the Rogues. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the bottom of 4, all tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. We head back to the top of the order of Jonathan Walsh, 0 for 1 so far. The Dover, Tennessee native trying to provide a little bit more offense. And the Rogues right now have been able to answer every punch the CCL Showcase has thrown at them. Jonathan Walsh, the Dover, Tennessee native, settles in. I know Alex and Scout are listening right now, and a good friend of ours in Memphis, Tennessee, listening tonight. First offering from Tristan Polium. First pitch popped up in the air. Shallow right center field, tracking it down as Trigg. The right fielder Castro calling everybody off. He makes the grab for out number 3. And the inning comes to a close. But a crazy hit off the bat of Jackson Rosenthal ties the game up at 3 apiece. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Trey Conte left on at second base. Aiden Birchard left on at first base. We have played 4 in the Rogue Valley. Good one brewing for Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. CCL Showcase 3, Medford 3. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 3-3 game in the top half of inning number 5 between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. The 5th inning is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. It has not been a clean start for Dylan Finelli in this third start of 2026. First pitch, fastball lasers in on the outside, third strike 1. What I mean by that, giving up a pair of runs in the third, giving up a run in the fourth. But more importantly, a little bit of choppy seas for the young man from Berkeley, California. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball lifted foul, out of play. Third base side, quickly in the hole, 0-2. Faces the 4, 5, and 6 batters, middle of the order for the CCL Showcase. Jonathan Robinson, the first baseman, leads off, followed by Aiden Birchard and the center fielder, Will Bond. Dylan Finelli ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Finelli waits, and the 0-2 home. 0-2 misses up and out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dylan Finelli so far this evening has been able to find that confidence, but it's just been having base runners on it. It's been facing adversity so far this evening. 1-2 pitch, and he hits the batter of Rominger, and Jonathan Rominger heads to first base. A leadoff hit by pitch to begin the 5th inning. So 1 on, nobody out. We are in the top of 5. Here is the CCL Showcase's third baseman, Aiden Birchard, all tied up at 3 apiece. Rogues getting a huge home run from Jackson Rosenthal to even the score up in the home half of inning number 4. And Aiden Birchard, 1 for 2 so far, settles in for his third trip of the evening. First offering home from Dylan Finelli. First pitch slider, misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. Birchard grounded out to the third baseman, Jaden Neugebauer, in the second. Drove in the first 2 runs of the evening of a 2-run single in the third. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. 1-0. Good slider finds that top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dylan Finelli so far has issued 4 walks in this evening. 1-1. Fastball clips the inside corner, strike 2. Stars and Stripes blowing in 7 to 9 miles per hour into the ballpark, specifically into left field. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2, swing and a miss on the curveball. How about that pitch? Nasty pitch by Dylan Finelli tonight. Crucial first out recorded by the Finelli finesse. His 3rd strikeout of the evening. 1 on, 1 out. Here's the center fielder for the CCL Showcase, Will Bond. 1 for 2 so far tonight, all tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. First offering from Dylan Finelli. First pitch cutter finds the inside corner, strike 1. Generous call by Andrew Herbold, the home plate umpire. This is a big inning right now for Dylan Finelli. The question is, do you get that 2nd and 3rd out? You keep him in for the 6th. Strike 1 pitch home. Clips the inside corner, same location. And a good call there. Dylan Finelli finding that confidence. Short lead at first base for Rominger. Rominger being held by the first baseman Jackson Rosenthal. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 0-2, hits it in the air, left field. That's going to parachute down for a hit. Rounding second, might dig for 3 is Rominger, and the relay throw is not in time. It's a double off the bat of Will Bond, puts runners at 2nd and 3rd, and the CCL Showcase back to their old tricks in the game. So with 2 on and 1 out in the inning. Here's the DH man for the CCL Showcase, Tate Stearns. Medford 3, CCL Showcase 3. We are in the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. This is a big at-bat and more importantly, probably a big inning. If you're the CCL Showcase, you can definitely trade it out for a run and play the game of baseball. Tate Stearns has drawn 2 walks so far this evening. First pitch. Clips the upper 3rd, strike 1. Stearns drew a walk in the 2nd, was left stranded at first base. Walked and scored in the 4th. Rominger at 3rd base, Bond at 2nd base. Second baseman Travis Finney. Strike 1 pitch. Finds the bottom 3rd, good location. Quickly in the hole, 0-2 is Stearns. He's got to get that 2nd out, but more importantly, CCL Showcase has done a much better job tonight getting runners across. Dylan Finelli gets ready. Head, no balls, and 2 strikes. 0-2 home. 0-2. Called strike 3 on the upper 3rd. 4th K so far tonight for Dylan Finelli. And a nasty pitch there. Records the 2nd out. And that's probably might be the crucial out of the whole entire game so far. 2 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 5. Here is CCL's 2nd baseman, Bobby Trigg. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Rominger at 3rd base. Bond at 2nd base. And right now the Rogues trying to dance their way out of the inning, led by their starting pitcher and one of the team leaders, the dance master, Dylan Finelli. First pitch, clips the outside corner, strike 1. Bobby tonight, 1 for 2 so far. Got aboard of a single in the 4th, got all the way to 3rd base, was left stranded there. Got it out to the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal. Close the book on the 2nd inning. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind starting to howl in Medford, the 1-1 home. 1-1, hits it in the air, sky high pop-up left field. Shabasteri on the run, calling everybody off is Trey Kotze, the shortstop, and Trigg flies out for the 3rd and final out of the 5th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left. Rominger left on at 3rd base, and Bond left on at 2nd base. We head to the home half of inning number 5 right after this. Travis Finney, Anthony Thomas Jr., and Chris Ortiz. More of the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our Hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Medford 3, CCL Showcase 3, home half of inning number 5. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Rogues. Travis Finney leads off the inning, followed by Anthony Thomas Jr. and Chris Ortiz. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the CCL Showcase. And has been a quite entertaining Thursday evening at the ballpark in the Rogue Valley. Both the CCL Showcase and the Rogues plating 2 runs in the 3rd inning and the 4th inning. And here's the Rogue second baseman, Travis Finney, for his 3rd at-bat of the evening. First pitch fastball finds the inside corner, strike 1. Travis tonight 1 for 2 so far. Tristan Pulliam stays on the hill in relief for the CCL Showcase, taking over from the starter, Cole Crosley. Strike 1 pitch. Hits it in the air, left field, going to his left is Rasmussen. Rasmussen makes a one-hand grab for out number 1. Finney flies out to left field for the first out of the inning. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's the Rogues DH man, Anthony Thomas Jr., still tied up at 3 in the series finale between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Anthony Thomas Jr. so far this evening, 0 for 2 so far, does have an RBI to his credit, but more importantly, Rogues right now going to try to find a way to break this 3-all tie. And how about a guy that has 2 home runs in this 2026 campaign? Goes to work now. Birchard, the 3rd baseman, playing off the bag at 3rd. First pitch. Fastball blows right past Anthony. Strike 1. Anthony Thomas Jr., the DH man tonight. Got it out to the first baseman, Rominger, in the 1st. Got aboard with a run in the 3rd. The RBI ground out. Strike 1 pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield playing deep around the horn for the CCL Showcase. The outfield playing deep and straight away. The center fielder, Will Bond, playing a couple of steps into left center. Pulliam works from the first base side of the rubber. Reliever for the CCL Showcase delivers the 1-1 breaking ball. Curves in for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Ortiz waits on deck for the Rogues. One ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. 1-2. Misses outside, the count goes square. Anthony Thomas Jr. recording those 2 home runs this season, both on Sundays. Waits for the 2-2, and Pulliam delivers. 2-2, swing and a miss on the slider. Thomas Jr. down on strikes. Second strikeout for the reliever, Tristan Pulliam. 2 up and 2 down in the home 5th. Bases empty, 2 outs. Here's the catcher for the Rogues, Chris Ortiz, all tied up at 3 apiece in a game that has been going back and forth, and right now at a standstill at 3. Something has to swing for the Rogues. Chris Ortiz, one of those leaders in the dugout, settles in for his 3rd trip of the evening. 0 for 2 so far. Infield playing deep around the horn for the CCL Showcase. First offering. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Everybody clap your hands.
Ortiz tonight 0 for 2 so far. Tall righty Polium still works on that first base side of the rubber. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. 1-0, hits it foul to the right behind the plate. Strike 1. Shadows starting to appear at the ballpark, particularly in left field. A lot of shadows appearing in left field. 1-1, breaking ball. Finds that top third, strike 2. And now Chris Ortiz behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Max Shabasteri, his former college teammate at Sonoma State, waits on deck. Finney flew out to left field. Thomas Jr. struck out. The 1-2. Fastball sharply hit foul to that third base side. Will do it again. Chris Ortiz stepped out of the batter's box. Settles back in. Right against right. Chris Ortiz, a veteran in this game. Waits for the 1-2. 1-2, ground ball to the right side. Bobbles it is Rominger. He steps on this pillow in time at first base. And Ortiz grounds out to close the book on the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 1, 2, 3 go the Rogues. And the Rogues and CCL Showcase still tied up at 3 apiece. This has been the Awesome Pool Guy 5th inning. More out. We'll be right back after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Good game brewing in the Rogue Valley. CCL Showcase 3, Medford 3. Top half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field. Bryan Welch with you on the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. We are brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com. Or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Dylan Finelli, the starting pitcher for the Rogues, stays on the hill, faces 9-1-2 of the CCL batting order. Grayson Pritchard leads off the inning, followed by Will Feltis and Ty Rasmussen. Dylan Finelli so far this evening has had a rocky time on the hill. He works on that first base side of the rubber. First pitch to the righty. First pitch finds that inside corner for a fastball, strike 1. Grayson Pritchard, the catcher tonight for the CCL Showcase. 0 for 1 with a walk. Jaden Neugebauer, the third baseman, playing off the bag at third. Strike 1 pitch. Slider misses down and out, escapes away from the catcher Chris Ortiz. 1 ball, 1 strike. Center fielder Jonathan Walsh for the Rogues, playing a couple of paces into right center. Good playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. 1-1. 1-1. Comebacker off the glove of Dylan Finelli. Dylan Finelli barehands it to throw over to first base. The lollipop throw. And how about Dylan Finelli? It ricocheted off his glove, and he somehow made the play. Great recovery by Dylan Finelli. And it's at 1-3 on the ground out for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, one out. Here's the top of the order guy, the shortstop for the CCL Showcase, Will Feltus. And head coach Kevin Olmstead talks with Dylan Finelli. And the athletic trainer Rob for the Rogues makes sure Dylan's hand is okay. This is a whole entire conversation in the infield for the Rogues. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Need to replace your vinyl pool liner? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. A couple of games going on currently in the Pacific Empire League. Currently in the top half of inning number 7. It's a 4-1 lead for the Healdsburg Broom Packers against the Chico Lone Wolves. Currently in the 5th inning. Good game brewing at McBean Park in Lincoln. Potters tied up with the Placer County Pelliteros at 5 apiece. That's the other game going on so far. Currently, game happened earlier between the West Coast Kings and the South Placer Stonecutters. No score has been inputted yet. So after that lengthy conference on the hill, Dylan Finelli still has the reins on the hill. One out and the base is empty. Here's the shortstop, Will Feltus, for the CCL Showcase. All tied up at 3 apiece between these two programs. Final meeting this season. Dylan Finelli waits. Works from that first base side of the rubber. And the first pitch. Misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. You heard from Dylan Finelli talk about his previous 2 starts. So he joined us for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show on Sunday against Redmond. He talked about trying to limit the walks from that first start. He did well in his second start last week, trying to limit the walks in his 3rd start. 1-0. Fastball finds the outer third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. Second baseman Travis Finney on the grass in right center. Jonathan Walsh, the center fielder, way into left center. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, clips that inside corner, strike 2. Good fastball by Dylan Finelli. A lot more velo for Dylan in 2026 than he had in 2025. I know his mom and dad are listening back home. I know his whole entire family. And even his girlfriend Carly listening right now. 1-2 from Dylan. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes square. Will Feltus tonight, 0 for 2 so far with a walk. Grounded out to Dylan Finelli in the first. Grounded out to Jackson Rosenthal in the 4th. The first baseman for the Rogues. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. 2-2, hits that in the air, serves it in the left center field. Going to his left to Shabasteri, and Shabasteri makes the grab for out number 2. Feltus flies out for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 down in the top half of inning number 6. Here's the CCL's left fielder, Ty Rasmussen, all tied up at 3 apiece. And right now the question is, who's going to strike again? 2 runs in the 3rd, 1 run in the 4th for both the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. And right now, if you're Dylan Finelli, you got to find a way to fan the flames and keep the CCL Showcase off the base paths, especially in this inning. First pitch. Hits down in the air, sky high, middle of the infield. Travis Finney, the second baseman, walking, makes the one-hand grab, but Trey Kotze says, I got it, my friend. And Rasmussen pops out for the 3rd and final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, none left. 1, 2, 3 goes the CCL Showcase. We head to the home half of inning number 6. Can the Rogues break this 3-all tie? Max Shabasteri, Evan Seidel, and Jackson Rosenthal, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rogues. We'll try to do this on this Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. All tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. a full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Home half of inning number 6 from Harry and David Field, all tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. My name is Bryan Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. New pitcher in for the CCL Showcase is Charlie Peterson from Trinity University. This pitching change brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. It is 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Rogues. Max Abasteri, Evan Saito, and Jackson Rosenthal ready to battle it out. Charlie Peterson taking over from Tristan Pulliam. Third arm used so far this evening for the CCL Showcase. And right now the Rogues and the CCL Showcase have been dead even so far in the series finale. First pitch from the righty. Slider misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 innings on the hill for Tristan Pulliam. Did give up 1 run, 2 hits, a couple of strikeouts for him. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from the righty, who works on the first base side of the rubber. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Max Abasteri this evening, 0 for 2 so far. Has not reached on base yet. Two balls, no strikes, the pitch. 2-0, misses downstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Abasteri struck out in the second, lined out to the first baseman Rominger in the 4th. Had 3 balls and no strikes. And the pitch from Peterson. 3-0, fastball, clips that top third. 3 balls, 1 strike. Evan Saito waits on deck. Rogues are trying to break this game wide open. Jackson Rosenthal with a tying home run in the 4th. Every run matters in this game tonight. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1, fouls it off, third base side, and the count fills. Abasteri, the San Diego native. Great conversation. And he went to Patrick Henry High School. When Jacob Seitz, the assistant coach of the Rogues, and we played golf on Tuesday morning at Laurel Hill and Gold Hill. We were talking about some of the great high school programs in the San Diego area. We talked about Patrick Henry. 3-2 pitch, knuckles at foul behind the plate, screams over our heads. We'll do it again, still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The mascot for Patrick Henry High School is the Patriots. I actually worked for a high school in the Fresno area called Hoover High School. They're actually called the Patriots as well. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Peterson. Payoff pitch, misses down and in on the breaking ball, and Abasteri is aboard with a leadoff walk.
Now batting the right fielder from Cal State University Northridge, number 27, Evan Saito. 1 on, nobody out.
Here's the Rogues right fielder, Evan Saito, all tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. Saito tonight also 0 for 2. He's going to pass the bat along. That's been kind of that mentality in this evening's game. Got to find a way to catch some momentum. First pitch scores for a bunt, and it's going to be a fair ball, says Andrew Herbal, to throw to first base in time. And Evan Saito goes back to the dugout, so a weird play at the dish. So it was a fair ball, so it's a sac bunt from Saito. 2-3 on the ground out of Ansis Abasteri to second base. 1 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 6. Here's Jackson Rosenthal. Jackson Rosenthal 1 for 2 so far tonight for the Rogues. Rogues first baseman going to try to provide some more offense. A definite candidate for player of the game, and the catcher Pritchard has a long-term memory, and he remembers what happened the last time Jackson Rosenthal was at the dish. Quick conversation concludes, and Jackson Rosenthal gets back for his 3rd at-bat of the evening. All tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and Medford. Final game of this 2-game set. Medford begins a 3-game set tomorrow against the Fresno A's. Their coaching staff is already in town. Their team they drove up from Arcata this morning. First offering home from Peterson. First pitch misses down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Rosenthal grounded out to his counterpart Rominger in the second, homered in the 4th. Changed the game, made it a 3-all game, and Jackson Rosenthal can definitely change the game if one swing of the bat has an RBI opportunity right now. One ball, no strikes. 1-0, misses inside of a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Always a great conversation with Jackson Rosenthal, a guy who loves his Italian subs from Jersey Mike's and Jimmy John's. He's going to be playing at Hawaii Pacific come the fall. A difference between Larsen College, where he was at previously, to Hawaii Pacific. 2-0 pitch. Misses down and in. 3 balls, no strike. More importantly, you think about it, Susanville, California, in the mountains, a lot of snow. Going to be heading to Honolulu and the island of Oahu. Think about that. Definite change. You're going to go to the beach every day. 3 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. 3-0, misses down and in. Ball 4. Jackson Rosenthal takes first. 2 walks issued by Charlie Peterson already in this relief outing for the CCL Showcase. So 2 on and 1 out. We are in the bottom of 6, all tied up at 3 apiece. Here's the shortstop for the Rogues, Trey Kotze. And here's the skipper for the CCL Showcase, Ben Kruger. And he walks slowly to the hill to have a conversation with Charlie Peterson. Not the imagination that Ben Kruger wanted to have in this relief appearance for Charlie Peterson, issuing walks to Shabastiri and Jackson Rosenthal, and he brings the whole infield in. And this pause the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza, from pizza to wings, even calzones. Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point, locally owned and operated, and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. More importantly, don't forget to sign up for the kids camp on Saturday, and also there's still a spot for the patio to be used for Paint the Park Pink Night on Saturday as well. Contact Dave May at dave@medfordrogues.com. 1 out and runners at first and second. Here's the Rogues shortstop, Trey Kotze. First pitch fastball lasers in on the inside corner, strike 1. And also, tomorrow, second fireworks show of the season. Get your tickets at medfordroguesbaseball.simpletix.com. We'll see you at the ballpark tomorrow. Runners at first and second, dancing around at second base. Shabastiri, the strike 1 pitch, hits it in the air, right field, base hit for Kotze, rounding third, racing towards home. The stop sign put up by head coach Kevin Olmstead, and a great relay throw by the right fielder Castro. But regardless, the bases are loaded with 1 out in the home half of inning number 6. So a walk from Shabastiri, a walk from Jackson Rosenthal, and a single from Trey Kotze loads the bases. And now with 1 out, here's the third baseman, Jaden Neugebauer, with a huge RBI opportunity. 2 for 2 so far tonight, a definite candidate for player of the game. And right now, if you're the Rogues, you're going to capitalize and break the 3-all tie. Medford 3, CCL Showcase 3. First pitch, misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. Jaden Neugebauer singled and scored in the 3rd, singled in the 4th. Was left stranded at first base. Rogues covering all the bags. Charlie Peterson works from that first base side of the rubber. Strike 1 pitch to Jaden. Fastball misses down and in. 2 balls. 1 ball and 1 strike rather. Shabastiri at third base, Rosenthal at second, Kotze at first base. 1 ball and a strike, 1-1, line drive right to the shortstop Feltus, the throw over to first base, and the throw is not in time. CCL Showcase trying to double up on Trey Kotze. So a crazy second out. So Neugebauer lines out to the shortstop Feltus. And A big RBI opportunity now for the Rogues. 2 outs, the bases juiced. We are in the bottom of 6, all tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. Here's the Rogue center fielder, Jonathan Walsh. 0 for 2 so far off an error tonight. And he settles in. Rogues going to try to break this one open in this inning. We are in the bottom of 6. First pitch to Jonathan. Hits to the right, that left side, takes it on a hop is the third baseman Birchard. The throw over to first base, and the throw's on the money for out number 3, and the inning comes to a close. 5-3 on the ground out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, but the Rogues leave the bases loaded. We have played 6 in the Rogue Valley, all tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Rogues turn to the bullpen for the first time tonight on this Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark in this tied-up ball game between the CCL Showcase and Medford. Rogues turn to Lorenzo Liu. Gets ready to go to work in. His warm-up tosses in right now as we speak. This pitching change brought to you by KTVL 1070 Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. And Lorenzo Liu getting his warm-up tosses in right now as we speak. 2 games so far this season. No starts, 2 2/3. Actually, my apologies. 3 1/3 innings pitched on the hill. 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Earned run average of 2.70. 1 win, no losses. And the Stockton native gets ready to battle it out. He faces 3, 4, and 5 in the CCL Showcase batting order. The right fielder for the CCL Showcase, Caden Castro, leads off the inning, followed by Jonathan Rominger and Aiden Birchard. And right now, this Rogue squad defensively has had its moments throughout the whole entire evening, but regardless, you got to find a way to shut the door on the CCL Showcase. CCL Showcase and the Rogues putting runs in the 3rd and in the 4th inning. And right now, this is a totally different game, a complete 180 to what we saw from yesterday. It was a 9-2 victory for the Rogues in game 1 of the set, but right now, got to tighten the belts and go for it. First pitch fastball from Lorenzo Liu. Misses outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Lorenzo Liu, great seeing him. He's not been with the team for the last couple of days. Strike 1 pitch, 1 ball, no strikes. Finds that upper third, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lorenzo Liu is back east. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. 1-1, slider misses outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1, clips that outside corner, and the count goes square. Two and 2 home. 2-2, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Castro down on strikes, and that's a big strikeout for Lorenzo Liu in his first time in relief for this week. First strikeout for Lorenzo, 1 out, the base is empty. We are on the top of 7. Here is the CCL Showcase's first baseman, Jonathan Rominger. And talking about what Lorenzo Liu was doing. Hits down the air, first pitch swinging right field. That's going to drop right in front of Evan Saito, the right fielder. And Rominger is aboard with a 1-out single. So 1 on and 1 out. We are on the top of 7. trying to get this right. Lorenzo Liu was playing blitzball, I believe. So it is a pinch hitter coming in, Nash McLean. Nash McLean takes over for Aiden Birchard. First pitch. Fastball lasers in on the outside corner, strike one. More importantly, if you're the Rogues right now, going to find a way to get out of this inning. You can definitely turn two if you are the middle infielders of Kotze and Travis Finney. 1-0. Slider finds that outer third. One ball, one strike. Nash McLean at the dish. McLean was the second baseman. Was hit by a pitch and drew a walk. Got on base in the 8th inning. Nash McLean out of Chandler Gilbert Community College, the Coyote from Rockford, Washington. Waits for the pitch, the throw over to first base instead. Head for a slide for Rominger at first base. We'll do it again. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Nasty pitching there. Second strikeout for Lorenzo Liu this evening in relief. 2 strikeouts for the Stockton native. Lorenzo Liu playing really well on this Thursday evening in the Rogue Valley. 2 strikeouts for him. 1 on, 2 outs. We are on the top of 7. Here is the CCL Showcase, the center fielder Will Bond. All tied up at 3 between the CCL Showcase and the Rogues. First pitch instead thrown over to first. Chase back the runner, Jonathan Rominger at first base. Jackson Rosenthal holds him on. First pitch, fouls it off. Left side, strike one. The Rogues will stretch, and then the home 7th. Travis Finney, Anthony Thomas Jr., and Chris Ortiz due up. Rogues trying to break this 3-all tie, trying to keep the CCL bats cooled off on this. Just a pitcher-perfect Thursday evening. Bottle it up kind of weather. Strike one pitch, line drive, center field on the run is Jonathan Walsh, and that ball's going to escape away from him. Rounding second, digging for 3 is Rominger, and he puts on the brakes, and the collision at second base. So it's a double off the bat of Will Bond, puts runners at second and third, and the 2 outs continue. But more importantly, CCL Showcase not going away quietly. 2 on and 2 outs in the top half of inning number 7.
Now batting, designated hitter number 13, Tate Stearns.
2 on, 2 outs. Here is the DH man for the CCL Showcase, Tate Stearns. 0 for 1 of a pair of walks this evening. And right now, this Rogue squad trying to limit the damage and facing adversity is one of those conversation points. And now Lorenzo Liu gets a chance, takes a deep breath. Jonathan Walsh, the center fielder, playing a couple of paces into right center. First pitch, blows right past that slider, strike one. Stearns tonight drew a walk in the second, was left stranded at first base. Drew a walk and scored in the 4th. Struck out in the 5th. Runners at second and third. Rominger at third base, Bond at second base. Strike one pitch, breaking ball, misses outside, a 1 ball, 1 strike. Lorenzo sets. Righty works on the first base side of the rubber. The 1-1 breaking ball misses upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Big pitch upcoming, probably the biggest at-bat of the night so far. Lorenzo Liu waits, and the 2-1 home. Fastball, check swing. He did go around, says the home plate umpire, Andrew Herbold. And the count goes square at 2. Deuce is wild in the top half of inning number 7. Bobby Trigg waits on deck for the CCL Showcase. But more importantly, Lorenzo Liu trying to shut down the CCL Showcase. Deuce is wild in the inning. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count fills. A great frame job by Chris Ortiz. And now the sun about to set in the Rogue Valley. Runners at second and third. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. 3-2, and hits him on the helmet. And Stearns takes his base. Oh, wait a minute, still 3 balls and 2 strikes. It actually fouled off. So we continue. Craziness. Infield playing deep around the horn for the Rogues. 3 balls, 2 strikes again for Lorenzo Liu. Gets the signal from Chris Ortiz, his catcher. 3-2 again. Fouls it off to the screen. And everybody takes a deep breath. Rominger at third, a Bond at second base, wind blowing in. Lights are turned on at Harry and David. 3-2 home. Fastball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. 3 strikeouts for Lorenzo Liu. And how about that for Lorenzo? And Lorenzo Liu has been ejected from the game after that strikeout. But how about the Rogues defense and this pitching staff finding ways to get out of jams? No runs, 2 hits, no errors, a pair left. Rominger left on at third base, Bond left on at second. It is time to stretch in the Rogue Valley. Can the Rogues capitalize and also, more importantly, break this 3-all tie? Travis Finney, Anthony Thomas Jr., and Chris Ortiz due up for the Rogues in the bottom half of inning number 7. Listen to the crowd on this Thursday evening. More after this. 3-3 game between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues, all coming up right after this on the Rogues Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 3-3 game between the CCL Showcase and the Medford Rogues. Home half of inning number 7 from Harry and David Field. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Rogues. Travis Finney leads off the inning, followed by Anthony Thomas Jr. and Chris Ortiz. Charlie Peterson stays on the hill for the CCL Showcase. First pitch slider misses down and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Travis Finney tonight 1 for 3 so far. Singled in the first, gone over to second base, was left stranded, grounded out to the catcher Pritchard in the third. Flew out to left fielder Rasmussen in the 5th. 1-0 pitch, clips that top third. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's kind of a homecoming for Travis Finney, not because he's back in the Rogue Valley for his 2nd season. Travis played for the CCL Showcase in 2024. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1, and he's hit by the pitch, and Travis Finney leads off the inning with a hit by pitch. So 1 on and nobody out. We are in the bottom of 7. Here is Larsen Koester. Larsen Koester gets his first AB of the evening, who was a 1 hit away from the cycle last night. Great conversation with him. And Larsen Koester replaces Anthony Thomas Jr. in the DH role. And right now the Rogues trying to get a spark in that offense And right now, Larsen Koester with a big opportunity. Go ahead run is at first base. We are all tied up at 3 apiece in the home half of inning number 7. But more importantly, if you are the Rogues, you just got to find a way to get this one across the finish line. More importantly, you got to get a run across. Larsen Koester, a guy who likes doing crosswords after batting practice. The test is mine. First pitch fastball finds that bottom third, strike 1. But also, Koester is a big fan of trivia nights back home in Kansas. I know that his trivia team won last night. Man, I don't know that. Man, that might have been connected with him going 1 hit away from the cycle and his trivia team winning last night. Quick throw to first base, chases back Travis Finney, gets back to the bag with a head-first slide. But more importantly, Larsen Koester waits with a strike 1 pitch. Larsen's a big Costco fan. Quick throw to first base. Standing back at the bag is Travis Finney. No balls and 1 strike. Koester, a .238 hitter so far in 2026. Waits the strike 1 pitch. Runner goes. Strike on the outside corner, and Travis Finney is safe. So Travis Finney swipes second base. A stolen base eliminates the opportunity to turn 2. And right now the Rogues are in business. Koester in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. But the big part is Larsen Koester is a big fan of Costco. Yesterday got a whole rotisserie chicken. I got that my first week here in the Rogue Valley, but he goes to Costco every day. No balls and 2 strikes. Koester in the hole. Finney with a medium-sized lead at second base. The 0-2 pitch, and on the hands, fouls it off behind the dish. We'll do it again, still no balls and 2 strikes. It has been that type of evening so far. What's going to have to happen? This is a good test for the Rogues tonight. Infield starting to shade to the left. Trigg on the grass and shallow right center for the CCL Showcase. Travis Finney dancing around at second base. The 0-2 home. Fastball misses down and it almost hit his foot. Larsen Koester was like trying to make sure his foot was okay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Great conversation with Larsen during the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show, talking about the process to get out to Oregon from the Sunflower State. 1-2. Ground ball, center field, a base hit, rounding third, racing towards home is Travis Finney. The play at the plate, and Travis Finney scores standing up. RBI single for Larsen Koester. And the Rogues break the 3-all tie. It's a 4-3 lead for Medford. And that's what you need offensively for the Rogues, and Larsen Koester, who was 1 hit away from the cycle last night, breaks the ice on a 3-all tie. So now it is a pinch runner coming in for Larsen Koester. It is Diego Gabriel.
And now hitting the catcher, number 48, Chris Ortiz.
Here's Chris Ortiz, the Rogues catcher. Medford 4, CCL Showcase 3. We are on the bottom 7. Chris Ortiz swinging a bright red bat this evening. First pitch slider misses downstairs and out. 1 ball, no strikes. But you think about it, it has to take 1 run to get across. Rogues have a definite opportunity to get a couple more across. They got 2 across in the home third. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Curveball misses downstairs and out. 2 balls, no strikes. Chris Ortiz this afternoon and evening grounded out in the first, grounded out to the second baseman Trigg in the third, grounded out to the first baseman Rominger in the 5th. Has not reached on base yet. Quick throw to first base. Gabriel gets back to the bag safely. Max Shavasteri waits on deck for the Rogues. Infield playing deep force the CCL. Bond, the center fielder, playing a couple of steps into left center. 2 balls and no strikes from Peterson. Fastball clips out bottom third. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch from Peterson. 2-1, fastball, right side, escapes into right center, base hit. Rounding second, digging for 3 is Diego Gabriel, and he stops at third base. It's a single off the bat of Chris Ortiz, puts runners at the corners. And how about this inning right now for the Rogues? Travis Finney was hit by a pitch. Larsen Koester drove him in on the RBI single. Diego Gabriel taking over the running duties for Koester. And more importantly, Chris Ortiz gets aboard of a single. So it puts 2 on, nobody out. Runners at the corners, 1-run game. Medford 4, CCL Showcase 3. And right now, this Rogue squad testing themselves. And this is a big inning right now for Medford. Runner goes, first pitch, slider misses outside, the throw to second base, and the throw is not the time. The throw, the double steal, and Diego Gabriel slides across home plate. Rogues capitalizing, 2 runs scored in the inning, and on that double steal, creating chaos on the base paths, as that's what the doctor ordered by Dr. Kevin Olmstead. It's a 5-3 lead for the Rogues right now, and how about that double steal? And the Rogues right now wasting no time. Definitely want to pad that lead. One ball and no strikes to Shabastiri. 1-0 pitch, fastball elevated. This is a big inning right now for the Rogues. You talk about having that charging inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Peterson. Chris Ortiz dances around at second base. The 1-1. Breaking ball clips the upper third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shabastiri so far this evening 0 for 2 with a walk. Struck out in the second, lined out to the first baseman Rominger in the 4th. Drew a walk in the 6th inning. Got all the way to third base, but was left stranded. Rogues with 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2, misses down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Ortiz with a big lead at second base. They're saying Andrew Herbold gave a signal to the press box for the count. We did not see it. To the pitch, misses downstairs and in. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike now. So now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peterson waits, and he steps off the rubber, and he chases back Chris Ortiz of a bluff. Peterson works from that first base side of the rubber, medium-sized lead for Chris Ortiz. Now a big lead for him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peterson delivers. 2-2 slacks. That was ball 3. That was ball 4, and Shabastiri takes first. So a single from Ortiz and a walk from Shabastiri. 2 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom of 7, nobody out. The Rogues right now trying to capitalize. And now this brings in a meeting, not for the pitcher, for Peterson, but an offensive timeout. This pause the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool and hot tub need repairs? Call the Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. We're also brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings and even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. At this time, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. Currently in the 7th inning in Healdsburg. It is a 4-1 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers. No, make that an 8-1 lead for the Prune Packers against the Chico Lone Wolves. It's an 8-5 lead for the Lincoln Potters against the Placer County Peloteros. Peloteros led 3-0 against the Lincoln Potters in the early going, but the Potters clawing themselves back. They have a big series this weekend against the Humboldt Crabs. From McBean, 2 on and 2 outs. Here is Evan Saito, right fielder for the Rogues. First pitch, slider misses downstairs and out. 1 ball, no strikes. Travis Finney was hit by a pitch. Larsen Koester drove him in with an RBI single. Chris Ortiz single. Max Shabastiri drew a walk. 1-0. Fastball clips the outside corner, strike one. Saito today, 0 for 3 so far, has not reached on base yet. Grounded out to the shortstop Feltis in the second, struck out in the fourth. Grounded out to the catcher Pritchard in the sixth. A ball and a strike, Peterson delivers. 1-1, flares it into right field, tracking it down second baseman Trigg goes behind and he makes the one-hand grab for out number one. So the first out recorded, Saito flies out for the first out of the inning. 2 on, 1 out. We are in the bottom of 7. It's a 5-3 lead for the Rogues against the CCL Showcase. Here's the first baseman for the Medford Rogues, Jackson Rosenthal. 2-run game right now. Rogues breaking the ice on an RBI single from Larsen Koester in this inning. And right now, this has been the inning that has been the go-go inning right now for the Rogues in the last couple of games. Just got to get runs across if you're Medford. And the pitch, first pitch, check swing. He did go around, says Andrew Herbold. Strike one. Jackson Rosenthal tonight, 1 for 2 of a walk. Rosenthal definitely changing the game in the fourth inning with a game-tying solo shot to right field. His first in a Medford Rogues uniform. Technically second, strike one pitch. Fouls it off, left side, quickly in the hole, 0-2. And you're wondering why that first home run against the Medford Mustangs did not count. It was because it did not count towards the official record and the official stats. Rosenthal in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Ortiz at second base, Shabastiri at first. Big lead for Chris Ortiz at second base. Halfway to third, 0-2 pitch, misses up and out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Ortiz was halfway to third base and had to scamper back to second. Chris Ortiz is a guy who's bought into that mentality for Kevin Olmstead, creating chaos on the base paths and also being able to be a good base stealer. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. 1-2. This is upstairs, and the count goes square. This is big. This is a big inning right now for the Rogues. 2 runs across. The second inning, the second time in an inning this evening that the Rogues have played more than 1 run. Throw over to second base, or a pump fake rather. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trey Kotze waits on deck for the Rogues. Just a picture-perfect evening in the Rogue Valley. Chamber of Commerce weather at first pitch. Game that is over 2 hours old. 2-2. Fastball, called strike 3 on the inside corner. Rosenthal not happy about that strike zone by Andrew Herbold. Says something to Andrew Herbold and does not get tossed, but Jackson Rosenthal heads back to the dugout, and that is the first strikeout for Peterson in relief for the CCL Showcase. So 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of inning number 7. It's a 5-3 lead for Medford. Here's the Rogues shortstop, Trey Kotze, playing in his second game in a Medford Rogues uniform. First offering, first pitch, ground ball, left field, base hit, rounding third, racing towards home is Chris Ortiz, speeding towards the plate. The relay throw is in time. What a throw by Rasmussen, the left fielder, to gun down Chris Ortiz. And the CCL Showcase limits the damage to only 2 runs. So Kotze gets the single. But head coach Kevin Olmstead has a word with Andrew Herbold. But regardless, Rogues take the lead. It's a 5-3 lead for the Rogues. 2 runs come across on 1, 2, 3 hits. No errors, but the Rogues find a way to get 2 more runs across. We have played 7 in the Rogue Valley. Medford 5, CCL Showcase 3. We head to the 8th inning right after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogue Green CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogue Green CN Medford Airport at roguegreencn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. It's a 5-3 lead for the Rogues against the CCL Showcase. Top half of inning number 8. First pitch from Lorenzo Liu. Dots that inside corner, strike one. It was my mistake. I thought Lorenzo Liu was tossed out of the game, but Lorenzo stays in for the 8th inning and faces Bobby Trigg for the ground ball up the middle. Picks it up as Travis Finney scoops it. The throw to first base, and the throw is not in time, says the first base umpire Tim Barrett. So an infield single off the bat of Bobby Trigg, the lead off the inning. And head coach Kevin Olmstead not happy about that call. Barks a couple of orders. And he's a little bit hot under the collar right now on that dugout with his hands on his hips. So a base runner on, leadoff man for the CCL Showcase on. Here's the catcher, Grayson Pritchard. So it is a runner at first base, nobody out. 5-3 Medford. And right now, if you're the Rogues, you like what you're doing, but you can definitely turn two. First pitch gets a bunt, pops it up in the air. Chris Ortiz calls everybody off, and he makes the grab. So Pritchard pops out on a swinging bunt.
The batter at first for CCL is number 19, Bobby Trigg. Now batting the shortstop, number 0, Will Felton.
1 on, 1 out. We go back to the top of the order with the CCL Showcase's shortstop, Will Feltus. 0 for 3 so far off a walk. 5-3 Medford. First offering home. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Feltus tonight drew a walk and scored in the 3rd. Grounded out to the pitcher, Dylan Finelli, in the 1st. Grounded out to the first baseman, Jackson Rosenthal, in the 4th. And flew out to Sarbasteri in left field in the 6th. 1-0 pitch, misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch. Fastball clips that top 3rd. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lorenzo Liu's aunt listening back home in California. 2-1 pitch. Clips the outside corner. The count goes square at 2. Lorenzo Liu has that dog in him, as they say. Brings the power, has that conviction on the hill. Small lead for Trigg at first base. 2-2. 2-2 misses. Outside, the count fills. Kevin Olmstead on that dugout, on that top step, about to walk out. But more importantly, gotta find a way to get that first out. Quick throw to first base, chases back Bobby Trigg, gets back to the bag with a head first slide. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2. Fastball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. How about that fastball? The velo from Lorenzo Liu. And that's a crucial second out of the inning. So Lorenzo Liu picks up his 4th K of the evening. 2 outs and a runner at first base. Here's the CCL Showcase's left fielder, Ty Rasmussen. 0 for 3 of a walk so far this evening. 5-3 Medford. We are in the top of 8. Liu waits, and the pitch. First pitch fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Nasty pitching by Lorenzo Liu, and Lorenzo Liu having a lot of conviction on the hill tonight. Gets ready to go back to work. Faces the righty, Rasmussen. Lorenzo works from that first base side of the rubber. Strike one pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Good pitch by the Renzo. And now quickly in the hole 0-2 as Rasmussen flew out to Saito in right field in the first. Lined out to the second baseman, Travis Finney, in the third. Drew a walk in the fourth. Got the second base, was left stranded there. Popped out to the shortstop, Trey Kotze, in the sixth. 0-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The flamethrower from Stockton trying to settle down CCL. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball elevated. The count goes square. Bobby Trigg at first base. Renzo Lou wants a new ball, gets the new ball. Infield playing deep around the horn. Jonathan Walsh just a half step into right center. Deuce is wild right now for Lorenzo Lou. And the pitch, 2-2, ground ball, left side. Kotze can't make the play, and that's going to be a single for Ty Rasmussen. So it's a hit, so it's a 2-out single for Rasmussen. Puts 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 8. But regardless, a pair of singles by the CCL Showcase makes this interesting. Tying run is at first base. Go-ahead run is at the dish. And here is a new batter in for the CCL Showcase. It's Diego Dixon. Diego Dixon was in the game last night. First at-bat tonight, replacing Castro. 2 on, 2 outs. We are in the top of 8. Dixon did get on board of a hit by pitch in the 8th and reached on an error in the 7th yesterday. First pitch swinging high, hits that in the air, left center field, charging in his Sabasteri with a diving grab. Did he reel it in? Yes, he did! Sabasteri making it look easy in the Rogue Valley. A crucial 3rd out recorded, and the side is retired. How about that play? Sabasteri, the San Diego native, establishing a no-fly zone in the Rogue Valley. And we head to the home half of inning number 8 right after this. In the top of this inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Rasmussen left on at first base. Trigg left on at second. Rogues right now feeling it on this Thursday evening. Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. When we come right back after this, 9-1-2 due up for the Rogues. Jaden Neugebauer, Jonathan Walsh, and Travis Finney. It's a 5-3 lead for Medford. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues Baseball.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier Life Plan community.
Medford 5, CCL Showcase 3, home half of inning number 8 from Harry and David Field. It is a new pitcher on the hill for the CCL Showcase. It is Ryder Easton taking over the reins from Charlie Peterson. And this pitching change is brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. 9-1-2 due up for the Rogues. Jaden Neugebauer leads off the inning, followed by Jonathan Walsh and Travis Finney. And right now the Rogues have found a way to keep the offense moving. 2 runs in the third, 1 run in the fourth, 2 runs in the home half of inning number 7. And right now, Jaden Neugebauer gets ready to go to work. 2 for 3 so far. The Rogues' third baseman has had a pretty good night so far at the dish. And talking to him about what he wants to work on mentally with the game so far this season after having that couple of days off, going to his siblings' graduation down in Chico. He said he wants to have a good swing at the dish and have a good approach like he had in college. And he leads off the inning facing Ryder Easton. First offering from the tall righty, and the pitch. First pitch fastball misses outside, ball 1. Ryder Easton currently undecided for school. Tall righty gets to go to work. Behind 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. 1-0, fastball clips that inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is just a big inning right now for the Rogues. You want to tack on a couple more runs. We talked about this during the Redmond series. That inning lead did not feel safe, and tonight's lead doesn't really feel safe as well. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. 1-1 escapes out of the mid of the catcher Birchard. 2 balls, 1 strike. And has been a great one so far. If you're the Rogues, you think about it, just a little bit trying to get the offense going, a little bit sleepy on this Thursday evening. Players today during batting practice were talking about, it's hot. I'm like, well, it's currently calm right now. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1, fastball lifted foul down the third base side, strike 2. And I was talking to pitching coach Nick Berger. I know his brother's listening tonight back in Paso Robles, California. We were talking about, where we live at in Central California, it's going to be in the hundreds. It'll be 105. It's technically 105 in Fresno and the surrounding areas today in the San Joaquin Valley. Talking to multiple people in the Fresno area. They're talking about, it's 105. I said, well, it's currently 85. It's nice. It's not hot yet, but regardless, beautiful weather, and that scoreboard looking pretty good as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes, Jaden Neugebauer. And the pitch. 2-2. Curveball misses downstairs and in, and the count fills. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So that brings in a conversation between Birchard and Easton. This pause of the action is brought to you by Figaro's Pizza. From pizza to wings, even calzones, Figaro's Pizza has you covered. Order online at figaros.com or come by our locations in Phoenix, Gold Hill, and our newest location in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of sports and your Rogues. Leadoff man Jaden Neugebauer has pushed the count full. Chico native trying to get aboard, trying to be a candidate for player of the game. He's definitely a candidate for player of the game in our Rogues postgame show. If you want to sponsor our postgame show, let me know. We're looking for sponsorship still throughout the whole entire season. Payoff pitch upcoming from Ryder Easton. 3-2, ropes it foul down the right field line into the CCL bullpen. We'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good try and get that timing going right now for Jaden Neugebauer. Jonathan Walsh waits on deck for the Rogues. Jaden steps out of the box, gets a swing, and he climbs back in to face the 3-2 once again from Ryder Easton. 3-2 home. 3-2 off on the hands. Chasing it is the third baseman Birchard. And it goes out of play. Oh, by the way, somebody caught the ball on the patio. How about that? Hummingbird on the patio tonight. And speaking of that, the Rogues are still looking for somebody to host on the patio for Saturday. Contact Dave May at dave@medfordrogues.com for the Paint the Park Pink Night on Saturday against the Fresno A's. The A's are in town. They had a travel day after dropping a 2-game set against the Humboldt Crabs last night at the Arcado Ballpark. 3-2 pitch. Fastball misses down and in. And Jaden Neugebauer takes first. Leadoff walk for the Rogues. So third time Neugebauer has reached on base. 1 on, nobody out. We head back to the top of the order for the Rogues center fielder Jonathan Walsh. It's a 5-3 lead for Medford. You talk about insurance. You like what the Rogues have done so far tonight. Jonathan Walsh has reached on base once, but regardless, this is a big pitch and every pitch in this part of the game feels important. And right now the Rogues get ready to battle it out. Outfield still playing deep. Bond the center fielder a couple of paces into left center. And more importantly, This is a Rogue squad that has been battle-tested. Just shows what this team might do. Scores for a bunt as Jonathan Walsh pulls it back. The throw over to first base by the catcher Pritchard. Not in time, gets back to the bag safely as Jaden Neugebauer. 1 ball, no strikes. I know that Jonathan's mom and dad are listening right now back in Dover, Tennessee. His brother Alex and the family dog Scout. Jonathan was actually sharing a story, actually showed a picture of Scout when he was young. Scores for a bunt again, misses up and in with a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes. Just showed he got his first swim over 6 years ago. Shared that story with me this afternoon. Jonathan's always enjoying that Frazzle Slurpee at the gas station. 2 balls, no strikes. Scores for a bunt again, pulls it back, clips the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike, and now the Rogues faithful not happy about that strike zone dictated by Andrew Herbold. 2 balls and a strike to Jonathan Walsh. Two and 1 from Easton. Scores for a bunt again, misses low. 3 balls, 1 strike. You can definitely feel this team right now starting to click. You like what you're seeing from this team. Three-one pitch. Fastball misses up and in, ball 4. And Jonathan Walsh takes first. So back-to-back walks issued by Ryder Easton. Puts runners at first and second. 2 on, nobody out. We are in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the Rogue second baseman, Travis Finney. The Australian gets ready to go to work now. RBI opportunity for Travis Finney. And Travis Finney, 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch. Goes to work now. 2 on, nobody out. And this is a Rogue squad going to capitalize in this inning. Travis Finney going up against his former team, swinging the maple bat. We'll talk about why he's swinging the maple bat after this first pitch. Scores for a bunt, clips the outside corner, strike 2. Travis Finney's more of a bomb bat guy, swings the bomb bat well, but the bomb bat broke today before first pitch, so he's been swinging the maple, swinging that green and black maple baseball bat. Strike 1 pitch, scores for a bunt again, and he's hit by the pitch. And Travis Finney hit by the pitch in back-to-back at-bats. He was hit a lot throughout the whole entire 2025 season. So he loads the bases of nobody out in the home half of inning number 8. And right now, this Rogue squad trying to provide a little bit more offense. And here's Diego Gabriel. And now Ben Kruger, the skipper for the CCL Showcase, walking around a little bit, picks up a ball and throws it over to the third base dugout for the Rogues. But more importantly, they are looking at the ball. Think about what this team has done so far tonight. Jaden Neugebauer drew a walk. So Alex Chavez is talking with Easton, the pitcher. A little bit of craziness in this final game of this 2-game set. Big RBI opportunity for Diego Gabriel, the Santa Cruz native. First pitch, hits it off the end of the bat. Second baseman Trigg picks it up, throws it over to second for 1. The throw over to is not attempted, so an RBI ground out. RBI fielder's choice, rather, for Diego Gabriel. Drives in Jaden Neugebauer, and it's a 6-3 lead for the Rogues. So everybody moves around the bases 90 feet, 1 out, and the base is loaded. Here's the catcher, Chris Ortiz. And right now, if you're the Rogues, you like what you're doing so far tonight, passing the bat. That's been the kind of mentality the Rogues have had so far this season. And they've been in tight spots, have been able to pass the bat and be able to put pressure on pitching staffs. Jonathan Walsh at third base, Travis Finney at second base, Diego Gabriel at first base. Big RBI opportunity for Chris Ortiz. Hits that in the air, sky high into right center field. Circling to his left is Will Bond. Makes the grab, tagging from third is Jonathan Walsh. Speeds across the plate, and he scores, staying up. Sac fly from Chris Ortiz makes it a 2-spot in the inning. So an RBI's fielder's choice from Diego Gabriel, a sac fly from Chris Ortiz. And it's a 7-3 lead for the Rogues in this inning. But regardless, you like what you're doing so far this evening.
University, number 44, Max Shabastari.
One on. And the pitch. Misses, finds the upper third rather, strike one. But regardless, Medford capitalizing on the misfortune of the CCL Showcase. Strike one pitch. Slider misses outside. One ball, one strike. But Max Shabastari so far this evening has reached on base twice, pair of walks in the 6th and in the 7th. Short lead for Gabriel at first base. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. 0-2 misses downstairs. A throw to second base by Birchard, and the ball escapes away from the second baseman. And it is a stolen base for Diego Gabriel. The throw was over to Trigg. Trigg tried to make a play with the glove, but it somehow escaped away into center field. So a stolen base with 2 outs. And the Rogues are back in business once more again. 2 runs across on no hits in this inning. And Medford right now have had Deuce's wild innings so far this evening. 2 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 7th, 2 runs in the 8th. 1-2 again. Fastballing on the hands, fouls it off. We'll do it again. Game 1 of the series tomorrow against the Fresno A's begins at 6:35 p.m. We'll get going at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. It's going to be a very fun one at the ballpark. Also, don't forget, it is fireworks night. Don't forget to get your tickets at medfordroguesbaseball.simpletix.com. It's going to be a blast. Fresno A's come to town. We'll talk about my history at the Fresno A's. Was there for 3 years. 1-2 pitch. And he's hit by the pitch of Shabastari, and he takes his base of honor. Got domed on the head. So Shabastari heads to first base. 2 outs and 2 on. We are on the bottom of the 8th. Here's the right fielder for the Rogues, Evan Saito. 7-3 lead for the Medford Rogues. Final game of this 2-game set. But more importantly, you like what you're seeing from the Rogues tonight. And not rolling over, being able to fight. You like what you're seeing from Medford. And right now, Ryder Easton trying to slow down this offense once again. First pitch, and he's hit by the pitch as Evan Saito. And Evan Saito got domed on the head. So back-to-back hit by pitches loads the bases. And Ryder Easton is not having a night on the hill. And Ben Kruger, the head coach of the CCL Showcase, will try to put a Band-Aid on the situation. 2 outs, the bases loaded. We are in the home half of inning number 8. And now Ben Kruger has a conversation with Easton Ryder and Birchard, the catcher. This pause of the action is brought to you by the Awesome Pool Guy. Does your pool or hot tub need repairs? Call Awesome Pool Guy, CCB 255-795. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. A couple of games going on currently at the moment. It's a 8-1 lead for the Healdsburg Prune Packers against the Chico Lone Wolves. It's in the top half of inning number 9. It's a 8-7 lead for the Lincoln Potters in the top half of the 7th against the Placer County Peloteros. Peloteros have made that game interesting down in McBean. It was a 3-0 lead for the Peloteros. Lincoln has answered back, but it's a close one. Good game going on right now. Jackson Rosenthal settles in. The first baseman for the Rogues goes to work now. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We are on the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, fastball, throw over to third base. Chases back, Gabriel is Birchard. Strike 1 pitch. Strike, no balls and a strike, but regardless, we'll talk about the A's during the Rogues post-game show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll talk about them a little bit more with the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show starting at 6:15 p.m. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. Chopper to the right side, picks it up as Trigg. Trigg will throw it over to first base in time for out number 3, and the inning comes to a close. 4-3 on the ground out. Rogues do score 2 runs on no hits, no errors, but they leave the bases loaded. Diego Gabriel left on at third, Sabasteri at second, Evan Saito at first base, and the Rogues put up another 2 spot. It's a 7-3 lead for Medford against the CCL Showcase. Final call for the CCL Showcase when we come right back after this on this Thirsty Thursday at the ballpark. More after this on the Rogue Streaming Network.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Last call for the CCL Showcase in the top half of inning number 9. Jonathan Rosenthal, the first baseman for the CCL Showcase, leads off the inning, followed by Nash McLean and Will Bond. New pitcher on the hill for the Rogues. It is the closer. Let's get rowdy. Caleb Randolph gets an opportunity to shut the door on the CCL Showcase. First pitch fastball misses outside of ball 1. This pitching change tonight and all season long brought to you by KTVL 10, Southern Oregon's home for sports and entertainment. Give you that final line score for Lorenzo Liu. 2 innings on the hill, gave up 3 hits. No runs, no errors, no walks, 4 punch-outs. 1-0 pitch finds the outer third. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caleb Randolph this season, 2 games so far, 2 2/3 on the hill, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. Has 2 saves to his credit. No ERA yet in 2026. 1-1 pitch. 1-1 chopper up the middle. Travis Finney with a big backhand. The throw over to first base, and the throw is not in time. Good hustle by Travis Finney. Try to get the play, but Jonathan Rominger reaches of a lead-off single to begin the inning. So 1 on and nobody out. We are in the top half of inning number 9. It's a 7-3 lead for Medford. Here's the third baseman, Nash McLean. More importantly, Caleb Randolph is talking about one of his favorite hobbies besides playing baseball and fishing. He likes going to zoos and aquariums. You're probably thinking, really? Caleb Randolph goes to zoos and aquariums? He does. That first pitch, fastball misses upstairs, ball 1. Caleb Randolph was talking about when he was playing for a school in Minnesota, he would go to love going to the zoos in Minneapolis. Guy likes going to zoos and aquariums. Throw over to first base, chases back. Rominger gets back to the bag of a head-first slide. Still 1 ball and no strikes. And Nash McLean 0 for 1 so far after replacing Aiden Birchard in the 7th inning. Rogues can definitely turn 2 in the middle infield. 1-0 pitch. Fastball elevated. 2 balls, no strikes. For me, I'm not really much of an aquarium and a zoo guy. I know my mother is. She's listening right now. She loves going to the Fresno Chaffee Zoo. She loves looking at the lions, especially the lion cubs. No, Mom's listening right now. Shout out to Kristen. 2 balls and no strikes. Randolph delivers. 2-0, clips the outside corner of a fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. I've been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It's good. I like going to the aquarium. It's not my cup of tea, but Caleb Randolph likes going to the aquarium, looking at the fishes. 2 balls, 1 strike. The throw to first base instead. Chases back Rominger, gets back to the bag with a head-first slide. Still 2 balls and 1 strike. Beautiful evening. A lot of the colors off in the distance. The sun is set in the Rogue Valley. 2 balls, 1 strike. Randy delivers. 2-1 squares for a bunt is McLean. Bunts through it, misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Stay tuned for the Rogues postgame show. Get a chance to listen to the highlights, pick our player of the game, and get you ready for tomorrow's second fireworks show of 2026. We'll have that for you on the Rogues Streaming Network. The game 1 of 3 between the Fresno A's and the Medford Rogues. 3 balls and a strike from Randy. 3-1 off the hand. That's going to be a bouncer right to Trey Kotze at short. The throw to second for 1. The throw to first. Not in time. So a force out, 6-4 on the force out. So Rominger's out at second base. So McLean reaches on a fielder's choice. And Rogues can still turn 2 to get out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out. We are on the top of 9. 7-3 lead for the Rogues. Here's the center fielder for the CCL Showcase, Will Bond. And you can definitely feel this opportunity. The Rogues able to piece games across. First pitch from the Zookeeper. First pitch fastball misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Maybe Caleb Randolph, after his college career, playing career, maybe he might be a Zookeeper. Think about that. I'll talk with Caleb about that tomorrow at batting practice. I know his girlfriend Bailey is here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Randy waits. And the pitch. 1-0 breaking ball. Kurt pours in for a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great having Caleb on for the live episode of Plank Talk at Chadwick's this week. We'll be at Ferment and Fire next week in Central Point. It's going to be a very fun guest list. It's going to be a very fun from Ferment and Fire. He was just out there today. 1-1. Breaking ball misses downstairs and in. 2 balls, 1 strike. More importantly, got the pizza. Good pizza there at Ferment and Fire. There's actually a lot of Rogues logos at the place. Come join us at 4:30 p.m. till 5:30. And you can ask questions and get entered into a raffle to be able to win a couple of tickets. 2-1 pitch, runner goes, bounces away from Chris Ortiz. The throw to second base, and the tag is applied late. McLean still second base. That was a tough play right there. I'm going to say batter's interference on Will Bond. So batter's interference on Will Bond. So the question is, but more importantly, so it is a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike, but more importantly, keeps the runner McLean at first base. And now head coach Kevin Olmstead walks out of the dugout, calls time, and asks a question. Kevin Olmstead talking with the home plate umpire. And so it's batter's interference, so it's the second out. So Ben Kruger, the head coach of the CCL Showcase, wants an explanation. So, regardless, that's its second out of the inning. So batter's interference for the second out for the time being. That's what's being argued right now by head coach Ben Kruger. And now Andrew Herbold, the home plate umpire, huddles up with the rest of his with the rest of his teammates, Alex Chavez and Tim Barrett. On the call on the field, it's batter's interference. And right now they are talking at the moment. So it's Alex Chavez talking to Andrew Herbold. Tim Barrett waits on and watches the conversation. So more importantly, we are in the top half of inning number 9. A little bit of craziness. So now Ben Kruger talking of Alex Chavez. Seen a little bit of everything this evening in the Rogue Valley. We are in the top half of inning number 9. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. On the call on the field is batter's interference on Will Bond. It was a throw over to second base by Chris Ortiz. Andrew Herbold, the home plate umpire, calling it batter's interference. Chris Ortiz talking with Will Bond about this. Kevin Olmstead is waiting in the wings for this, and he heads back to the dugout, and they are going to say it is batter's interference on Will Bond, so it is the second out of the inning. So 2 outs and a runner at first base. That is Nash McLean. The final hope for the CCL Showcase settles in. The DH man for the CCL, Tate Stearns, goes to work now. Reached on base twice, has struck out twice as well. Medford 7, CCL Showcase 3. We are in the road 9th. Randolph glances over at first base at McLean. Short lead for him. Rosenthal holding the runner. First pitch. Fastball clips that inside corner, strike one. Medford playing well. Caleb Randolph, you heard from him. He wants to win a title in the Pacific Empire League. He has 2 saves so far in 2026. Strike one pitch from Caleb. Fastball fouled off to the screen. In the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. CCL and Stearns down to their final strike. Medford had a battle throughout the middle innings, but a pair of 2-run innings in the 7th and in the 8th. Pushed him ahead. Caleb Randolph looking to shut the door on him. No balls, 2 strikes. Randolph ready and fires the 0-2. Runner goes. Fastball fouled off right side, and it bounced into the parking lot. We'll do it again, still no balls and 2 strikes. This season, we have the window open to the right of us in the press box, so we get a chance to see all the foul balls that land in the parking lot. And actually, yesterday, we saw a foul ball hit not 1, but 2 cars. CCL Showcase down to their final strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Rosenthal not even holding the runner. 0-2 home, runner goes. Hits down the air, hits into the left field, tracking it down to his left. Sabastiri makes the one-hand grab for out number 3. Medford wins, and they take it the sweep, and they get the series win. They get a huge victory against the CCL Showcase. 7-3 the final on this Thursday evening. 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Rogues. 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error for the CCL Showcase. Medford improves 8-1 in this 2026 campaign, and the CCL Showcase drops to 2-3. Hope you can stay tuned for the Rogues postgame show. It's coming up right after the break. Medford on a roll with that 2-game sweep against the CCL Showcase. 7-3 the final. More after this on the Rogues Streaming Network. Looking for a place that actually feels like home? Check out Oak Ridge Estates in Phoenix, Oregon. This manufactured home community is selling brand new 3- and 4-bedroom homes with everything ready for you. A full kitchen appliance package, private carports, extra storage, and fresh landscaping all included. It is a whole vibe, pet-friendly, all ages, and packed with perks like a saltwater pool, hot tub, fitness center, playground, and clubhouse. Stop by 300 Lumen Road or call 541-535-6227 to book your tour today. Discover your place to call home at Oak Ridge Estates. Hungry for pizza? Figaro's Pizza has you covered. From pizza to wings and even calzones, there is something for everybody at Figaro's. Order online at figaros.com or stop by our locations in Phoenix and Gold Hill. Check out our newest location, our Take and Bake food trailer in Eagle Point. Locally owned and operated, Figaro's supports local schools and sports. Figaro's Pizza, proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. Looking to buy or sell in the Rogue Valley? David Case of Windermere Realty has you covered. Windermere Realty has been serving the Rogue Valley for over 30 years. David, a proud husband and father, has been a broker in the Rogue Valley for almost a decade. From residential and rural to commercial, David can handle it all. Contact David Case if you're looking to buy or sell at 541-944-9330. Windermere Realty and David Case, proud supporters of Medford Rogues baseball. Rogues CN Medford Airport is a proud supporter of Medford Rogues baseball. It's the best place to recharge your batteries in Medford. Enjoy the indoor pool and spa. Don't forget about the workout room as well. Big event or small, their banquet hall has you covered. Plus, Rogues CN Medford Airport is pet friendly as well. Book a stay at Rogues CN Medford Airport at roguescn.com. Your perfect place in Southern Oregon to eat, play, and stay.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Discover the Life Plan community in the heart of the Rogue Valley. Here, your days are filled with opportunities to express yourself, engage your mind and body, and share your life with great new friends. You can connect, grow, and thrive. Our hilltop location is near world-class vineyards, the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and the Brit Music and Arts Festival. Rogue Valley Manor, Southern Oregon's premier life plan community.
It's a great night at the ballpark. Medford on an 8-game winning streak gets the brooms out, and they sweep the CCL Showcase 7-3 the final from Harry and David Field. Hi, everybody. My name is Bryan Welch of the Rogue Streaming Network. Happy to have you aboard wherever you may be tuning in. And welcome to the Rogues post-game show. Very fun night at the ballpark for the Rogues. It wasn't pretty, but the Rogues got it across the finish line, and they are on an 8-game winning streak, 8-1 in this 2026 campaign. Let's take a look at the highlights. But first, the line score. Medford 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. CCL Showcase 3 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. In the top half of inning number 1, the CCL Showcase win in order 1-2-3. Strikeout in that inning from the starter Dylan Finelli. In the home half of the first, the Rogues had a base runner on of Travis Finney with a 1-out single, but he was left stranded at second base. That was it for the first inning. Top half of inning number 2, Dylan Finelli ran into a little bit of trouble. Gave up a single from Will Bond and a walk from Tate Stearns, but shut the book and shut the door on him in the top half of inning number 2. In the home half of the second, Rogues went 1-2-3 in the inning. Top half of inning number 3, it was the CCL Showcase scoring not once but twice. 2-run single off the bat of Aiden Birchard made it a 2-0 lead for the CCL Showcase. In the home half of inning number 3, how about the Rogues finding ways to capitalize on the hits? And more importantly, a big hit off the bat. Made it look easy, especially with this play.
The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, picked up by Trick, and he can't make the play. Into right center it goes. Rounding third. Scoring is Trey Kotze. He scores standing up. RBI single for Jonathan Walsh.
Jonathan Walsh got the at-bat, but also more importantly, reached on air with an E4 officially with the RBI. Rogues got 2 runs across in that inning. In the top half of inning number 4, it was the CCL Showcase tacking on 1 run, but Dylan Finelli able to hold the course, but also found a way to capitalize and be able to keep the CCL Showcase to limit them to 1 run. In the home half of inning number 4, Max Shabastiri lined out to the first baseman Rominger. Evan Saito struck out. Jackson Rosenthal, 2 outs, the base is empty. Had 1 home run so far this season. Did not count towards the standings and the record and the stats. But Jackson Rosenthal definitely knew how to change this one. It was a 3-2 game during this at-bat for Jackson Rosenthal.
3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch from Pulliam. 3-1, hits that in the air, cranked right field, going back as Castro loses the head. That ball's gone! Jackson Rosenthal goes yard, and he ties the ball game up at 3.
And how about the Ashland native? A huge swing of the bat made it a 3-all game. And the Rogues had only 1 run in that home half of inning number 4. Top half of the 5th, it was the CCL Showcase who had runners at 2nd and 3rd. But Dylan Finelli found a way to shut the door on them. Home half of inning number 5, Rogues went in order 1-2-3. Top half of inning number 6, the CCL Showcase went 1-2-3 as well. 6 innings, Dylan Finelli went tonight on the hill. In the home half of inning number 6, Rogues had the bases loaded, but they left him stranded, left him loaded. It was Sabasteri at third base, Jackson Rosenthal at second base, Kotze at first base. Top half of inning number 7, it was a single and a double from the CCL Showcase, but they left 2 runners on it at 2nd and 3rd. Home half of inning number 7. This is where it gets very interesting. Travis Finney leads off the inning with a hit by pitch. And Larsen Koester replacing Anthony Thomas Jr. We talked about Larsen Koester during the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Was 1 hit away from the cycle. And how about Larsen Koester finding a way to crank this one in to make this a very interesting hit. And here's that at-bat from Larsen Koester.
1-2. Ground ball, center field, base hit, rounding third, racing towards home is Travis Finney. The play at the plate, and Travis Finney scores standing up. RBI single for Larsen Koester.
And that was a big hit off the bat in the home half of inning number 7. I actually skipped ahead with this highlight in the top of that inning. It was a couple of strikeouts, actually make that 3 strikeouts from Lorenzo Liu. And Lorenzo Liu found a way to shut down the CCL Showcase bats once again.
Three and 2 home. Fastball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. 3 strikeouts for Lorenzo Liu.
That was a big strikeout to set up that RBI single from Larsen Koester. Now with that strikeout from Lorenzo Liu in the top half of inning number 7. A couple of batters later in that home half of the 7th. How about this? A double steal. You talk about creating chaos on the base paths. How about this play by the Rogues offense?
Runner goes, first pitch, slider misses outside, the throw to second base, and the throw is not the time. The throw, the double steal, and Diego Gabriel slides across home plate. Rogues capitalizing, 2 runs scored in the inning, and on that double steal, creating chaos on the base paths, as that's what the doctor ordered by Dr. Kevin Olmstead.
And that is what the doctor ordered this evening by head coach Kevin Olmstead, as the doctor being able to create chaos on the base paths. And that was in the home half of inning number 7. Top half of inning number 8, it was base runners on at first and second, and Lorenzo Liu found a way to shut them down. How about this play by the young man Max Shabasteri in the outfield with this diving play to close the book on the 8th inning?
Dixon did get on board of a hit by pitch in the 8th and reached on an error in the 7th yesterday. First pitch swinging high, hits that in the air, left center field, charge it is Shabasteri with a diving grab. Did he reel it in? Yes, he did! Shabasteri making it look easy in the Rogue Valley. A crucial third out recorded, and the side is retired. How about that play? Shabasteri, the San Diego native, establishing a no-fly zone in the Rogue Valley, and we head to the
no-fly zone indeed established in that top half of inning number 8. Home half of the 8th inning, Rogues played at 2 runs, and it was a very fun one throughout that whole entire 8th inning. Rogues did leave the bases loaded in the top half of inning number 9. Caleb Randolph got the opportunity to shut the door on the CCL Showcase, and he did get the opportunity to shut the door on the Showcase. And how about this Rogue squad finding ways to capitalize and, more importantly, get a chance to keep their winning streak going at 8-game winning streak after a 7-3 victory against the CCL Showcase. Medford improves to 8-1 in this 2026 campaign. CCL Showcase drops to 2-3. Medford begins a 3-game set tomorrow evening, 6:35 first pitch against the Fresno A's. We'll get going at 6:15 p.m. on the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Time to pick our player of the game before we go on the Rogues postgame show. There's candidates. Jaden Neugebauer got a couple of hits. He went 2 for 3 with a walk. Jackson Rosenthal got that huge home run. And I'm gonna pick this. I like what Dylan Finelli did as well. 6 innings on the hill. I know his family and Carly are listening back home in the Golden State of California. Dylan Finelli, 6 innings on the hill, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. I'm a more of a situational guy. Think about when in that game in the home half of the 4th, Rogues were trailing by 1. Jackson Rosenthal come up in clutch mode. How about this? Hawaii Pacific's going to get a great player and a great young man come the fall, and Jackson Rosenthal is our player of the game. If that home run does not happen, you want to play the what-if game? What if he does not get that home run? It might be a totally different game. But regardless, Jackson Rosenthal is our player of the game this evening. Medford wins 7-3 against the CCL Showcase. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we go. The out-of-town scoreboard all this season brought to you by Kramer Cabinets. They are in the top half of the 9th in Healdsburg. It's an 8-1 lead against the Chico Lone Wolves. And currently in the home half of inning number 8 from McBean Park, the Lincoln Potters having a test so far. They are tied up with the Placer County Peloteros. The Peloteros and the Potters tied up at 8. And that was a game where the Peloteros led early 3-0, and it's just been back and forth. That's going to be a very good test for the Potters to see what type of team they are this season. They'll be starting league play tomorrow against the Humboldt Crabs. That's going to be a very intriguing series. That was a very fun series to watch last year in Pacific Empire League play. But more importantly, Lincoln will be here in July for that 3-game set. But it's going to be a blast in Pacific Empire League play. First game of a 3-game set tomorrow against the Fresno A's. We'll talk about the Fresno A's. Fresno A's on the back end of a 5-game road trip. They're here in the Rogue Valley. They dropped the first 2 games of their road trip against the Humboldt Crabs. They struggled offensively. Got a couple of runs across last night, but it's going to be interesting to see what they'll bring to the table. They're led by head coach Oscar Hinojosa. Actually, in the A's organization, Oscar Hinojosa has the most wins against the Medford Rogues. Has 3 wins against the Rogues. Got 2 wins in 2022 and 1 win to salvage the series in that 2024 campaign. So the A's are going to bring their best. The Rogues are going to bring their best. And it's going to be fireworks tonight. I think we're going to see a lot of fireworks on the field even before the fireworks show begins. 6:35 first pitch. We'll get underway at 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. Don't forget to get your tickets at medfordroguesbaseball.simpletix.com. We'll be able to talk about that tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun. Also, if you are in the Medford area, do not forget to be able to have the patio for Saturday for Paint the Park Pink Night. That is going to be a lot of fun. If you want to be able to be on the patio, it's going to be a blast. Contact Dave May at dave@medfordrogues.com. And also, we'll probably see you out there Saturday morning for the first kids camp of the season from 10 a.m. to noon. Sign up on the social media pages of the Medford Rogues. It's going to be a blast. The kids camps are a lot of fun. Head coach Kevin Olmstead and company are going to have a great time at the ballpark here at Harrington David Field to teach the future ball players, right? The future Rogues, the fundamentals of baseball, and also have a great time. And that's going to be a blast on Saturday morning. But the next time I'll speak with you will be tomorrow evening, 6:15 for the Awesome Pool Guy on Deck show. For everyone that has put this broadcast together, Bryan Welch saying goodbye. Have a good evening. Repeating the final score from Harry and David Field. Medford gets the brooms out, and they get the job done. A 7-3 victory against the CCL Showcase. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on the Rogue Streaming Network. So long